Good evening, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. And thank you for being patient with me as I figured out the right time for today. Hold on. The game audio's on. We'll get rid of that. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on in. Yes. Well, I should show you the wall and not what I was showing you. I was showing you the dancing at the wall, but you know, there's little of both. You need more chair? Next time. I do have Brews. I do. Poplar tonight. Got two options. We got this one, which is hold on. Can we focus on the right thing? Not me. It says no. It's just, well, now it's focused in the background. That's even better. Wait. I think it's wholly focused on the lamp back there. And it's not, it's locked in. It is locked in. Hold on. Is there anything I can do to fix this? Okay, hold on. What if I get super close? Still locked in. Yes, it is. You guys love the lamp? I mean, maybe this is a quiet, I can adjust it potentially from my phone. Otherwise, you guys don't need to see me tonight. We could just turn it off. That's fine. That's autofocus. The funny thing is, I think it's not even autofocus. I think it's manually focused. And so we'll see. Okay, found it. Let's see if I can actually do anything with it. This would require I operate well under pressure, which I am not. It's a nice lamp. It is. It's a high quality lamp from Target. How do you feel in YouTube chat? Hey, thank you for being here. In the meantime, now Renee, thank you for becoming an associate planner on YouTube. Zach, thank you for becoming an associate planner. Gary, thank you for the gifted subs, dude. Darth Frostbite, thank you for the tier 1 for 17 months. Super donors. You have a table lamp that looks almost exactly the same. It's a quality lamp. It's a quality lamp. Let's see. I think I might be able to get there. Oh my goodness. I can. Watch this. Watch this. It is an autofocus, so I'll manually focus. Okay. So manual focus and let's see. Oh, no, that's not right. Did you guys know that you were going to spend time as I figure out how to use my camera on the fly? Probably not. I have no idea. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. I think we're locked in. Yeah, I'm a filmmaker. I know exactly what I'm doing. There we go. Now we're good. Yeah, we're troubleshooting problems on stream live. The cool thing is I can see it. You can see Inception on the phone. That's what I see through my app. Thanks for all the content lately. You just got back into the holiday. Well, I'm going to apologize. So part of that was me getting ready for the daily streams, and I announced that that's not going to happen in February. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, I can talk about on stream next week. The other one I can't talk about because I don't want to jinx it yet. But if I can pull it off, it will be the coolest thing that's ever happened on the channel, and it'll be the coolest thing that's ever happened on a City Skylines channel. So it'll be the coolest thing, and you guys will love it, and it will be amazing, and it'll be next level. But I also don't want to lock myself into something that's very time intensive when I have this other thing that's more important. So we'll see. You would all suspect a CPB stream with no tech. Exactly. That's how you know I'm not AI. That's exactly how you know I'm not AI. Well, the other way, you know, I'm not AI is I got a couple of beers that I wanted to show you guys. Let's see. Okay, you can see it. You can see it. This is Hacker Shore. It's a German beer imported from Germany since 1417 through today. It's considered a special beer for heavenly day-to-day moments. It's from Bavaria. This is imported from Germany, from Munich. The other beer that I have is Trooper, which is from the UK. This is actually from Iron Maiden. So I want you guys, I need a beer poll. Do we want to go with the UK beer or the German beer to begin? Both look pretty fun. Trooper's great. Trooper's great. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I can't compare them if I don't drink them both. So I guess I'll have to take one for the team and try them both. So really, this is just for which one is first. Yes, to begin with, is spoken like a true Wisconsinite. So both, yes. It is a proper beer can. This is a quality tall boy. The beer can is considerable size. So I'm into both. I'm into both. What a tune too. I dig it. I dig it. Pekana, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Percentage of alcohol. Let's see. The German is 5.5, I believe. Yeah, 5.5, and the UK is 4.7. Because I did look at this before I committed to drinking both, because I was like, I don't want a 13 and just get completely hammered on stream. That'd be bad. That'd be real bad. We're not doing that. You've had the Hacker at Oktoberfest. So Tiger, was it good? Tiger Tales, is it good? Urban Loon, good to see you. Real question: did I bring the new beer glasses home with you? They're at the studio. They're at the studio. The only thing I have is a busted old Building and Brews glass. So, but speaking of the studio, I closed on the new one today. That was why I couldn't stream at that time. I was closing. So, thank you for your patience, everybody. Is it blurry again? Thank you. Yeah, it's super pumped. Super pumped. So, I think it's blurry, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's blurry. There is something I can do about it. I can struggle longer. So I'm very excited. Let's see. I'll try the autofocus again. Oh my God, it worked. Thank you. Yeah, auto's good. We're gonna hope for the best. What's up? Happy Friday. And I've seen a lot of Australians in here. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, UK beer wins. So we're going with some Trooper to begin. So before we get cracking, cheers everybody. Autofocus is actually gonna work. Here it is, to the UK. And let's see how much this fills up the glass. Vainglorious. The very first beer I have at the new office will be with those glasses. It's so much beer. It's a glass and a half. Cheers! You're drinking ice cold tap water, Urban Loon. That's a quality drink too. And it's funny you mentioned that. Before we get playing, hold on. So my sister, for Christmas, she got me, she's like, I don't know what to get you, so I'll just get you a bunch of water. So she got me a box of water, all different kinds. So I could join you in having all of the different kinds of water. There's also this stuff that I could put in the water. I'll think of the hype train, guys. Then there's this one as well. I think that's all of them. My whole desk is full of beverages now, though. She got me a lot of water, and she told me I have to report back on which water is the best. Your sister's obsessed with those blue bottles? Oh, Saratoga sparkling water. I've never had it. So this is honestly one of the daytime streams. Oh, Crazy Mage, thank you for the gifted sub. This is super generous of you. One of these days, maybe we'll have to drink water Although it's going to be me going to the bathroom a whole bunch during this then, but we'll have to drink water on stream too. We'll be responsible like that. Anyway, got to keep hydrated. Indeed. Wasn't there a joke about water matter diet, die in pen and teeter? You get me to swear on stream. I can't do that. My kids are still awake. Panama City Beach says hello. Welcome in. Where's everyone? Actually, hold on. Let me put all the water away so I can drink my beer, and then I want to know. I want to know where everyone's tuning in from. Gary, think of the gifted subs, dude. Seriously. Love yourself some good bottled water. Feel guilty for drinking it. She also got me a water bottle with like a UV cleaning top thing. So that was the other thing. Okay, I see Atlanta, Milwaukee, Dayton, California, Florida, Sacramento, Detroit, Brisbane, Philippines, Toronto, Ontario, Colorado, Phoenix, Northeast USA, Houston, Texas, Newport Beach, Melbourne, Verde Beach, Bogota, Fort Worth, sipping cocktails from Denver, Michigan, Pacific Northwest, Walla Walla, Washington, Boise, Idaho, Central California, I assume, not Canada, Scotland, Montana, South Australia, Quebec, New Mexico, Munich. Well, I mean, I feel guilty now. I got a German beer. We didn't drink that. We didn't drink it. Connecticut, Virginia, east side of Madison. Well, from the east side of Madison to the east side of Madison, Minneapolis. By the way, if you are the person who messaged me from the east side of Madison, it just reminded me. Someone messaged me. They sent me an email, and I was in San Diego, and I did not reply. And I will reply. If that was you, I did see it. The timing was just off. It was, I think I met in between flights, actually. So yeah. So that was you. Do know I did see it, and I will reply. I've just been crazy busy. Kansas, Brooklyn, thank you all for being here. Thank you all. Cord, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you all for being here. So, quick thing. Yes, welcome on in, everybody. Thank you for the gifted subs. If you got a gifted subs, Cons, thank you for the gifted subs. Mulligan, thank you for the 14 months. Camphor, thank you for the gifted subs. You guys are insane. Pagan Scorpio, thank you for the prime. You miss beer? Curse me in my great terror. Well, wait. Curse you, great and terrifying Ulrich entity Wilfred Brimley. I think I know what this is about. And I apologize. McFuddlebot, thank you for the prime. God of Radio, thank you for 26 months, dude. Happy Friday, CPP and all. Always happy to be here with you all. Thank you for the great content. Appreciate you. Cord, thank you for the gifted subs. The Cardinal System, thank you for the prime. Rico, thank you for the super chat. Can we add some protesters to Coos Bay, please? Let's exercise our First Amendment right. I support it. I don't know that we actually have protesters. Although they're mostly friendly, so we should. I mean, I feel like they are at this point protesting what I've been doing to them. I feel bad about this. We could add some. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome on in. The beer is awesome. This is honestly a super high quality beer that I wish that I could give this to you. Our gifted subs, they are. If any of you got them, I just posted a video. Please don't leave. But if you want to, you can. There's a video out there. And if you hop in the Discord on Twitch, you can watch it on Vimeo. And it's ad-free and super high quality. Probably looks better on Vimeo than it does on YouTube. I need to try a Growlich. Probably just butchered that. You know, it's funny. It's funny that you mentioned Dutch brown beer. So Beanie is constantly talking, or not constantly. He sent me this amazing list of beers with a number of Dutch and Belgian beers on there, and I forgot it. And I got to the liquor store that I went to today, and they have a whole fridge of Dutch and Belgian beers. So I want to go down Beanie's list. I just didn't have it with me. I did see your Discord message, and I was puzzling at what it meant. QZ. So I gotta look at that. I probably screwed something up. Duval beer. I did see that one. Court, I did see that. I did see Duval. I did see it. Hi from the Netherlands. Hey, Shuba. Welcome on in. It's very late for you, so I thank you for being here. That bridge low-key reminds you of the bridge in Philippines called the Clex. Send me 100 when you meant 300 elevation. Oh, I said 100 when I meant 300 elevation. I'll be honest. That video was one of the more stressful ones for me to put together because I'm not very good at bridges, nor is it exciting to update the water system. So I think if you listen to the video, I am stressed throughout most of it. But I think it's good to push yourself out of your comfort zone and experiment with things. So that, like, the whole video, it's one of the few videos in a while that I didn't plan anything out. I just started doing it. So this was good. It was good. Good video. Thank you. Appreciate that. Bridges are stressful and the heights are so hard to get right. That's how you feel. Yeah. So there were multiple takes. So first of all, I'll hold on. Let me see if I can just get out of the holding cell. Oh, maybe it's not in here. I'm gonna say I had a video that was ooh, whoops. I am recording. That's not cool. I gotta change that. I don't want that to be a thing that I do now, using up all my hard drive. Anyway, I was gonna show you a picture of the video. I won't. I'll hold off. Yeah, all the space gone. I don't have a ton of space on this machine. I'm constantly. I'm actually, before I go anywhere, I gotta make sure I'm not gonna fill up the entire hard drive. I should be okay. I should be okay. I'm afraid that if I stop it from recording, I inadvertently end the stream. So we're not gonna do it. CLEX stands for hold on. Okay. I am easily distractible today. Just to let you guys know. I am easily distractible. So you tempt me with a good time. It is the coolest and humble bridge in your city. I should check it out. The coolest bridge in your city. We will check it out. Oh, it's got that. It's got the curve at the end. Let's take a moment to admire the Philippines from street level. Very nice. I feel like I'm not qualified to give a bridge review, but I do think that is a quality bridge. And every time I look at a nice big bridge, it's another reason why. It's a good reminder that I don't make my bridges tall enough in this game. And that is my problem. So I actually went through and I recorded. So Short Street in downtown Bend, I wanted that to actually be a big bridge like this going into downtown. And to get it right, I'd have to go back like 4 blocks. And then it really like starts to decimate all of downtown. So yeah, I couldn't do it. Yeah. First Necron, are you watching RC? That is the question. Burrito Fingers, thank you for the super chat. Going through a lot of scary life changes. I've been a pleasant escape. Thank you for what I do and for the environment and community. Thank you. Well, thank you. I hope things, Burrito Fingers, I hope things improve for you, or that things they calm down. I definitely have been in those spots as well. So happy to be a distraction. Cold Fist, thank you for the gifted sub. For giving that to Kodiak Black. QZ, thank you for the gifted subs. Crazy Mage, thank you for more gifted subs. Banglorious, thank you for the gifted sub. Even Louder, thank you for the membership over on YouTube. Appreciate all you. Appreciate you guys. Well, hold on. You guys want to keep looking at bridges? Okay. One more bridge, and then we'll get back to it. We're going to St. Louis, East St. Louis. I've been to East St. Louis once or twice. I think I ate at a KFC in East St. Louis, if that sounds right. Let's see. Is it going to be blasphemous if I look at this from the St. Louis side? I just feel like we might get a better view of it. No, we will not. It is completely hidden. Hold on. We'll go right here. Let's see if we can. Oh, there's the spot. There's the spot right there. No, it is not the spot. Listen, I think that your bridge in St. Louis simply does not want to be viewed. Maybe right here? We're gonna be blocked by a train. No! By the grades again. This is a shy bridge. It is a shy bridge. I wonder. One more attempt before I say the bridge does not want to be seen. Let's see. I'm gonna say over here because it looked like we were low over there. No, same deal. One more. Okay, that wasn't a fair attempt. Let's just look at it from the bridge. Yes, we'll go to the bridge. Thing is, when you're on the bridge, you can't fully appreciate the bridge. Like, this bridge looks like the bridge that we just looked at in the Philippines from on the bridge. I'm sure it's a beautiful bridge, but we can't fully appreciate it. And I don't know that we're going to be able to from the views that we get. It seems like this bridge is actually best viewed from the water or from a building. Topography is getting revenge for all the prior disrespect. I agree. Oh, you bring up one in Oregon. So we're getting closer to where we're supposed to be. Hold on. One more. Have I ever tried to make the ideal city? Not in game. Not for a video. Not for a video. I think the main reason why I haven't is I struggle with inspiration then. Like, I feel like if you make the ideal city, it ends up being symmetrical and boring and weird. So I don't know. I've thought about that because I've had a lot of people say, like, why don't you build the perfect city? I think the better question is, ooh, this one we get a good view of. That is cool. This is actually where I built on this map in Cities 1 back in the day for Astoria. That's actually one of the cities that God, what is the name of the series? Abandoned City. The first abandoned city was in Astoria. And I did some awful things to that map. Awful things. Very cool bridge. Janky Google Earth imagery, but very cool bridge. Anyway, let's abandon Earth. It's not gonna let me. We'll get back to here. No perfect city. Yeah, the perfect city's not there. The Hoover Dam. I've seen the Hoover Dam. Super cool. I want to talk about a couple things. So I loaded up on a number of assets that I think are going to be very interesting. And maybe we'll look at the Hoover Dam in a little bit, QC. So hold on. Can I just look by the author's name? I can, because he put it in there. Just a genius like that. So we have a bunch of Smilies assets that I loaded up. Everything from these mixed use buildings, which I've been dying to take a look at, along with these larger mixed use buildings. I swear, were these in CS1? These look incredibly familiar. Then we also have these Jelly Bean row homes, which when you plop them, different colors. I love those. Those are awesome. 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 Yeah, these are I believe these are growables. If they're not, we're kind of screwed actually. How do I know? Level 1, medium North American medium density row housing. Hold on, let's see. Well, let's see if they get happy. Yeah. They're North American medium density row homes. So even though we don't have plop the growables, we could throw them in like this. These are actually going to be kind of unfortunate assets for us. This one right here, North American medium density. Yeah. They're awesome buildings, but they're going to randomly spawn in that district. This makes me want to be able to disable the vanilla districts so much. These are North American mixed as well. So yeah. Smilies has a bunch of awesome assets out there now. Just absolutely beautiful. Just at this point, kicking them out. Just kicking them out. You joined the asset showcase? Oh, ad break? I apologize. Urban Loon. So amazing to have so many assets coming together. Yeah. Well, and I love that it's some of the OGs. Oh my goodness. These are awesome. These are awesome. We're going to delete all this. But this makes me, I said I didn't want to have plop the growables in this. These are so cool. These are so cool. And they need to be side by side. This makes me want to redo Bend and have assets like this in there. I mean, like these look so great side by side. So great. You love to see a Latin American or Middle Eastern pack? MP Campos, you're gonna be happy. I saw that someone just released a Brazilian pack. So it might not be exactly what you want, but I think it's the start. There's a Brazilian pack. It's out there now. I saw it when I was looking for everything. So look it up. You so wish he does Montreal row homes? He did a lot of Canadian stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised. And I kind of wonder, oh my goodness. You know the great thing about these? So check out, oh my gosh, the level of detail, the wear. Oh my goodness. I didn't know that you could make it look like this. That's so sick. So sick. You just need buildings that look like this, that just have a little bit of grime and gruff. That's what this game is missing. So that's level 1. Hold on. So if that's level 1, this is the level 3, and it's got some texture there. The paint is a little bit worn. I don't know if Smilies ever watches, but I hope that they know that we're appreciating their work as a community. Hope they know. There's a nice mobile home park pack. Hey, it's funny that you mentioned that. It's funny that you mentioned that because I wanted to admire those as well. So basically, here's what I actually wanted to do tonight, but it's not super exciting. I'm actually scouting assets for Magnolia County. Because that's what I've been up to. I've just been building in Magnolia County. I'm doing it every day. I've been having lots of fun, and I kind of want to scout some things out. Yeah, I want to remake the trailer park. I don't know how. Like, I know that I see the comments where people are like, "Hey, I missed the story." We're gonna get back to the story at some point. But right now, I don't know how I would make what I'm doing into a story, and the story was holding me back from fixing things. So I've been really enjoying this, and I hope it's been okay. Scout together, thank you. Yeah, I gotta remake that. I gotta remake that trailer park though. Let's see. Let's look for the trailers. You've been loving it. Appreciate you, Steve. Let's see. I wonder. These are probably, I can probably filter it down by width. There's not a, oh wait. Paradox Mods button. They're North American. There they are, mobile homes. So I was speaking with Planner Pete, and he said these are very good. So they can be a little bit too close together, though. And yeah, I don't think I would put them back. Although, to be fair, growing up, my step-grandma, so I had multiple family members who lived in trailers. I had an aunt who lived in a trailer and a step-grandma. And that is not crazy. It sucks because the walls are paper thin and you can hear your neighbors, but it's not uncommon. They're sometimes very close together. Although on my aunt, her place was weird. It was this place that was zoned for trailers, but they all had 1 acre lots. So imagine a trailer. Okay, you know what? Let's not imagine it. This is the great thing about city skylines. We have the opportunity to actually create these places. So I will create a trailer park, which is not at all what I said I was going to be doing. But I don't care. You guys are going to be fine with it, right? Hold on. I got to do one thing. I turned off for a video just so you guys wouldn't see it. I hid that. I wanted it to appear vanilla. There it is. Your aunt has a trailer on a large piece of land? Yeah. So that is the kind of place that my aunt lived in. And see, I'll probably need to buy a little bit of land. Let's put the trailer park. I'm just going to put it a long ways away. She lived outside of town. And let's imagine. Oh, yes, the North American highways, too. I want to test those out. There's another thing I got. The North American highways. Unfortunately, these are only bi-directional, it looks like. Is there any new update? Not yet. The new update's gonna come. It sounds like it's gonna come. They said second half of February. If you've ever done anything in software development, you will know that date. Expect it to basically be the very last day of February. I would be shocked if it came any sooner than the very last day in February. But yeah, that's when it's going to come. Real, yeah. You give the date, and if it comes any sooner than that, you get super happy. It's not going to. And that's fine. Let him cook. LTT True Spec cables? Ty, I watched that video. I am super pumped. The timing couldn't be any better for me. Because with the new office, I'm going to need new cables. So yeah, I'm going to set it up. Slay, buddy. Good to see you. Slay, I don't want to call you out, but I'm going to. Am I going to see you in November? Actually, I have more questions. I need to get you on Discord. I have lots of questions for you. But November. I want to see you in November. November being TwitchCon. Lenny, thank you for the thank you for the gifted. The gifted mugs. It's super generous of you. Who's winning the Super Bowl this weekend? Next weekend. I think I saw that was an undecided yet. Well, Slay, you should let me know. You should let me know. Could the Pats be bad for 5 minutes? Honestly, that's where I feel a little uncomfortable. Like the Pats were good for most of my 20s. So I didn't do it. Hit you up whenever? Okay. I'm gonna hit you up. I have other questions for you that are not appropriate to ask in this venue. Not because they're inappropriate. I'm not trying to ask you inappropriate questions. Don't think that Slay and I are doing those sorts of things. But if I were to tell you all on stream, I'd have to eliminate all of you, and that would be a problem. So we can't do that. It is a trap. Yeah, it's the DM time. It's the DM time. Slay and I had some good times. I very much enjoyed it. Slay and I just we hung out quite a bit at TwitchCon actually, and it was good fun. It was good fun. Back to trailers though. Back to trailers. You're telling Mrs. CPP? Funny thing is, she was so ridiculously jealous of TwitchCon that she very well might come, which is super cool. I didn't think she'd ever want to go. So bad husband moment. I didn't even consider asking if she wanted to go. It wasn't even a thought in my mind. And then she definitely was like, I would have loved to go. Felt terrible. So yeah. You're pretty sure you know. Well, there's two questions. You know the answer. You know one of them. You definitely know one. And I'm hoping the answer is yes to that one as well. The kids will look after themselves. Well, you get it. Slay, is that a yes? I will put you on the spot. Did I sleep on the couch that night? I mean, I slept wonderfully in a hotel room by myself at TwitchCon, so no. I had a good time. We went out and then came in early, and I slept well. I had a great time. Went out and ate good food. One night I went out with my editor, got sushi. And it was like 10:30 at night. I had a great time. So no, I didn't sleep on the couch, but I probably earned it. Party room? No. So in Finland, I had a party room, and it was great fun. But yeah, I don't know. You DM the okay, hold on. You'll see my feeling about it in real time. Okay, Slay. Well, I know the answer. See what I can do. I'll see if I can help. I'll see if I can do some magic. Let's see what I can do. Anyway. I will stop talking to Slay only. One more thing. Okay, that's the last thing. That's the last thing. That's the last thing. Whoa, you're one of the contributors to the North American Overhaul mod. Thank you so much for downloading it. Okay. DOT sign props. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Do you see this? Do you see this? We're gonna need to take a quick break from the thing I was doing so we can replace all the highways. Let's get this going. I am pumped about that. The moment I saw it, oh, I screwed that up. The moment I saw it, I thought to myself, I gotta put this, like, you guys keep giving me more and more reasons to not get back to my normal builds, because I just want to keep replacing things. So if you guys are unaware, this, hold on, I'll get that off the screen. I'll get this off the screen. This North American Overhaul mod gives us more realistic looking North American highways. So I don't think that there's a bidirectional. Am I correct? Let me show you the difference. That yellow lane on the inside, that might not seem like a lot, but this to me yells North American now. Like, we don't have a white inside line. That is unusual here. So that's real good. That's real good. That's real good. Keep replacing this during the first flood. Things will calm down a bit eventually. Tishy, welcome on in. You don't see any difference? Oh, my friend. The difference is that this yellow line is life. That's the difference. And we could go hardcore America if you'd prefer. And all of the lanes plus the yellow line. Now we're doing it right. It really does. Lenny, it really does. It sounds like a small thing, but it's those sorts of things that make a build feel odd, off, just not right. And it's going to make a lot of difference here. So we've got our Michigan left. So let's upgrade this. I'll need to fix some of the stuff. But, okay, there we go. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. And to here. That's a normal street. Oh, God, I dig that. That is so good. Now, I'll get rid of all of this. Can't make a left here because you got to go and take a right. No lefts there. You can't take a left. You got to go straight. And yeah, there we go. What do you, okay. I think to fix this, I'm going to struggle. Hold on. I see chat moving, and I think it's you guys starting to get disappointed in me. And if it's not, it will become that. And you guys would be right to feel that way. Let's see. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to break things. I'm going to leave it. Needs more lanes. Michigan left. Gets good view up the road before you merge. Yes, indeed. This is not a Wisconsin thing. No, this is definitely a Michigan thing. I have never driven through something like this, but I'm sure if you ask, Kodiak the Kodiak, he's probably done something like this. I have never seen anything like this. But yeah, very good. There we go. It works, I think. Are you talking about the yellow line? QZ, you've never seen the yellow line on a highway? You gotta look. You get for sure. I know that I've seen it out west. 100%. No? This stresses you out? This is real. We actually looked at diagrams of these to figure out how to make it. And it looks simple, but it actually took us an embarrassing amount of time. Just straight up embarrassing. And honestly, it's still not right. Because you can see that movement should not exist there. So the way it works, hold on. It's busted. It's busted. It should stress you out right now. You can't turn. Well, I'm glad that we're looking at this, guys. Do you guys see the issue? We got too many lanes right here. And the net result is you can't actually go to Walmart from town. So if your goal is to go to Walmart, you're out of luck right now. But if we do that, it fixes everything. Because now you could decide whether you're going through or going to Walmart. And speaking of Walmart, we have competition for Walmart. Oh, hold on. Let me get this. One more thing. There. I'm gonna call that good enough. We get the target. I don't know where the target goes. But hold on. As I get distracted, we have to go back to the trailer park. But it's so cute and tiny in comparison to the Walmart. So tiny. But another one of these assets that it's just like awesome. And just for the sake of nostalgia, one of the first builds that really people looked at a lot in Bluffside Crossing was when I built a Target. I don't know why people liked that build so much. It was a very messy build. I didn't know what I was doing, but I made a Target store. And the funny thing about that is I'd actually worked at a Target. So it wasn't like, it was one of those fun ones where it's like, I could take real life and like apply it in the game. Count as a Walmart, can I do your bus station? So you do something like that? It's funny you say that because I talked to Walmart. I begged Walmart to let me put in a park and ride. And they seemed super into it. They were like, yeah, you know, in Colorado, we allow farmers markets in our parking lot. Super cool. We could definitely do that. And then they stopped returning my calls. I talked to Target and they told me to talk to someone in Minneapolis. They gave me a phone number and those people never returned my call. Costco was at least, they at least had the decency to just be like, yeah, we're not, no, never. Like, we're Costco and there's 1,000 people who want to come here. Actually, planner, while we have you here, we would actually like to build another parking lot. Oh, and also, hold on. Also, what? No. Also, they got built. Hold on, let me show you this. The most insane thing. So Costco, they were like, we cannot share our parking lot. We actually want one more parking lot because we are so busy. We need another parking lot. So one of the least fun projects I got to work on was Costco, after asking them to build a park and ride or allow us to use part of their parking lot as a park and ride, actually building a gigantic parking lot next to the Costco across the street. The one exaction that I got out of them, the one small exaction is this. They put in this, a push button actuated crossing. Cool. That's the thing. Yeah. Yeah. This is why when people are like, why are you building so many parking lots? This is like just what we do here. For better or for worse, we have a lot of parking lots. So a place doesn't feel authentic without it. This is a Cabela's, a Costco. There's a theater right here, a Target, Five Below, TJ Maxx, sub shop. I worked on a number of these projects over here, over the years. And the one commonality is I'd ask for less parking and they would tell me you're getting more parking. Like, actually, planner, this project is not viable and the bank will not finance it with the amount of parking that you think is appropriate. So yes, this is not like we want more parking, everywhere. The high school, fun project, parking, more parking, we need more parking, please, more parking, less connectivity, more parking. Planner, shut up, more parking, we need more parking. Frustrating. Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. I was the planner there. Actually, when I started the channel, I was the planner there, and then I worked in Madison. So yeah. That ring around the roundabout is something. Yeah. Yeah. This is a very special development. The entirety of it. Okay. I'm going to rant for a little while because now I'm upset. I'm going to tell you a bunch of stories. Listen, hopefully you guys didn't expect me to get anything done. So I'm far enough removed. I worked on a bunch of these and that, and this. This was supposed to be a building that had a substantial street presence. And, I talked about the street presence that would be necessary, as did the other planners. We talked about how this is supposed to be a substantial building that forms a nice urban fabric for this area. They came back with their architect with this wall right here. And they're like, this does the same thing. This wall forms that street presence that you're looking for, and it frames out the area. And I said, that's not quite it. This is not quite what the plan had. The plan had a building that was brought up to the front of the street. So anyway, it's very difficult working in the suburbs. You get lots of things that are compromises. Like, this was supposed to have a street presence, but rather than facing the street, it faces the parking lot. No street presence as a result. This building, though, this one in particular, I want to point this out because the reason I ended up figuring out why this building looks the way it does, it's because it's recycled architecture. This is not unique architecture for this site. This is a recycle of a building just a few miles away. So if you go right here, oh, wow. This building looks very familiar. However, in this context, it makes so much more sense because this is a constrained site on a very urban corridor. This building makes sense here. So pointed that out, and clearly you can tell that I lost the battle. This is being a planner sometimes. Not bitter at all. Not bitter. Listen, I can rant all day. The reason why I ended up leaving the suburban community was losing battles. There are only so many soul-sucking battles that you can have before you're just like, I just can't. I just can't. Can I rant a little bit more, guys? Can I rant a little bit? Here's the thing. There are lots of great people out there. The mayor was phenomenal. The folks I worked with were outstanding. There were a lot of people with really good progressive ideas. And even some of the suburban developments, like this development right here, a lot of really high quality stuff going on. It's, for what it is, this development is really respectful of the topography. It has a mix of housing. They were coming up with some experimental housing options that create a, basically they wanted to be able to age in place. You're born here, you can rent here when you get your first apartment, you can buy a starter home here, get a bigger house, and then they have these condos where they do the shoveling for you. So super cool. There's a YMCA in the neighborhood. There's they actually moved. This is a historic home. This is Georgia O'Keeffe's, the artist, her home. They preserved it and brought it into the center of the neighborhood as a gathering space. There's mixed use development right in the neighborhood. A little dance school. For a little while when my kids were super young, I get done with work and take them into Tutu. Super cool. And daycares and a nice range of housing options. So you end up with like good development next to super bad development. And it's just very, very maddening. An example of bad development, this neighborhood right here, bad development. Like, this is a gigantic cul-de-sac. So I think you guys have heard me rant about something. I'm going to rant about it again. I'll get myself in trouble. I don't care. There's only one project that I ever rejected. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not working on this one. I'm not working on this one anymore. And it was this school right here. This was the hardest project that I ever worked on. It's a very nice school. It's a very nice school. But I didn't like that a high school was being planned to be so far away from all residential. So you're right in the middle of a residential neighborhood. It's a baseball field. So hold on, I'll get to that. So these are not the main ball fields. These are practice fields. So they have all these baseball fields, practice fields. They've got a football, soccer pitch. All these practice. There's a main stadium that they also built at the same time. Maybe the baseball fields are used for games, but this stuff is not. If you look at the design of this, it is completely separate from all of the neighborhoods around it. If you are a student that wants to walk to this school, it is a flippin' nightmare. This place is terrible. If you are a student that wants to drive to this place, it is a flippin' nightmare. It's terrible. There's an elementary school right here. This neighborhood has no ways to get out of it. These are crazy roads that make no sense with no connectivity, maximizing the lot coverage and minimizing the number of roads and connections. Next to a huge arterial right here. This is terrible design. This is designed by developer. And so they didn't have anyone who was focused on transportation and connectivity and those sorts of things. So when they brought me in and that was one of my roles, I came in and I was like, you need more connectivity. There was a stub road right here and it needs to be finished. So I rejected, like in my staff report, I wrote a staff report and I said, the school district must construct this road. If you don't construct this road, what ends up happening is if you are a parent that decides you want to drive your kid to school because you're going to, because of the design of this monstrosity, and let's say you live, let's just say, for instance, you live right here. So, this is the kinds of things as a planner that I would do, by the way. So let's, hold on, we'll do a path, sorry. You live here. So you're going to drive up here and then go this way. And then go all the way down here. And then there's no connectivity. You might have noticed in the parking lot, there's no connectivity. They have a bus drop-off loop out around here, but I don't believe that parents are allowed to drop off right there. So they could either get stuck in the kids' parking lot or drive around here and drop off at the front. So now they're coming all the way around here. And dropping off right there. This is 5,305 feet. That's almost 1 mile. Or that is 1 mile, essentially 1 mile. As the crow flies, they are 2,000 feet or less than half a mile. So why? Why? And when you could do this, if we were just to punch that road through. So let's say we punch the road through, and then we allow drop-offs. Right here, we shave off 2,000 feet of traveling. That's 2,000 feet per day. So what I did is I said, okay, so that let's say there's 2,000 feet per day times 50 households times 120 days per school. That is an extra 12 million feet of driving. Let's see, that's 5,260. So that's an extra 2,281 miles of driving per year from this neighborhood because we won't allow them to drop off right there and we didn't punch this road through. And then you convert that to greenhouse gas emissions and you start to realize this is effing insane. This is effing insane. Like, so I presented that. So I presented that. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I just presented this thing, this little bit of information, and the school district had organized with the parents of this neighborhood a demonstration against my staff report. So as I'm giving this information in the staff report, there's parents from this neighborhood. Everyone shows up and they say, the planner wants to kill the children in our neighborhood. And they have a picture of every single kid who lives in this neighborhood standing at the edge of this road. And it says that Phil wants us dead. And they printed out this gigantic thing. And that was the moment. It was the moment where I was like, place. That was the moment. That was the moment that I decided I didn't like the school district. I didn't want to work in that job anymore. I had enough. I needed something else. There was a moment, and the guy that I replaced, he became a massage therapist. He left his job and became a massage therapist, and I wasn't sure why. But I didn't feel like I had the support to make good decisions. So it's the only time that I actually said I'm an AICP certified planner, and I cannot in good conscience. I was told to change my staff report, to change it and recommend approval, and I said I can't do it. I said if you want to make that recommendation, man, that's up to you. Can't do it. So ultimately, the recommendation was made. I was not a part of it. The school got built. The nubbin is here. The fire department said, listen, guys, we got to have something. God. That's why it says no parking fire lane. A mini road got built so a fire truck could go through here. And then that gate was put up because it looks like a road is supposed to be there. So you just imagine that someone is going to come here and drive here if you don't have that gate there. So, you know what? I am salty. To this day, this pisses me off, and it will piss me off until the day I die. I'm done. Anyway, yes, so they were doing that, and they were trying to, okay, one more rant, one more small rant. I personally believe this is all about saving a little bit of money. And the reason, I got another rant. I'm sorry. So that was about saving money. But at the same time, I was working on this project, which was a stadium. And it's like, guys, you're going to build a big stadium, a big football stadium, a beautiful football stadium for 2 high school football teams, yet you can't punch through a small road. And over here, we actually got some excellent, they were very collaborative and like awesome about this, but I wasn't working with the same person. So the person I was working with over here was like a maintenance director. And so one of the things that we talked extensively about was this road becoming a festival street in the future. So the idea that there's going to be a ton of pedestrian traffic right here, and maybe down the line, this road could be pedestrianized all the way to downtown, and you could have businesses fronting here. And we had these images where there'd be like street cafes off of this street. Like all of this is like development that is going to be scrapped over time. So having those sorts of uses, this is the downtown, that's City Hall where I was. So having that flow naturally into this. So after game day, you could go and get a bite to eat with your family. Seemed like a good use of that. And there are already some really interesting uses being placed down here. Really high quality uses. Like there's a brewery right here called Full Mile. Like some of the redevelopment down here, it's a diner, really cool stuff. So having this road become that, and they totally bought in. They were like, yeah, that would be so cool. So seeing the difference that a couple of personalities and someone willing to go the extra mile to just like get their way. And at one, it just felt like it became personal at one point. Like, I just don't want to lose is the feeling I got from the person who was opposing, who I'm not going to out. Still don't like that person. I'll never like them. Sorry. What does the city think of Angel Park Speedway? They think that it's impossible to do anything about it. It is so Angel Park Speedway is right here. It's a racetrack. It is a nuisance. Like if you are one of the newer users, it's a nuisance. If you're an older user, it's what connects you to downtown and the old part of the city. So I think one of the things I have to explain about this city 30 years ago had a population of 8,000, and now it's on track to have 50,000 in the next, 15 years. It is the fastest growing place in Wisconsin. And a lot of the development has been, it's been a wee bit messy. That's the most charitable way that I'll put it. Things are just kind of happening. So I got to see so much of this development happening in the years that I was there. I've had a hand in so many of these projects. It's kind of unreal. Like I got to experience development at a pace that most planners don't. It was very so when COVID hit, more about this city. So here's City Hall. This is where I worked. My office is right up here. Super cool. Love this place. Great place, great environment to be in. I was there. My first week was when the explosion happened. There was a building over here that blew up, and it blasted all of the windows of all of these buildings out, and it was like a war zone. But that brought everyone together, and so I had a hand in working with folks on repairing and fixing these places. So and I got to meet a lot of people because of that. So you gained a lot of it was the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows there. Yeah, I was there for that. Yeah, that was my first city council meeting, was the explosion. So I'm in the council chambers right here, and I leave and I just look out, and it's a wall of fire and glass in the streets. And I remember the craziest thing is the so the mayor at the time, he's shell shocked, and he just looks at us and he goes, well, I don't know that there's anything that we can do to help, so we better get back inside and continue the meeting. So I looked and I was like, wait, we're gonna go back. I'm shaking. I am shaking, like from the rafters. It's the middle of July, and it just starts raining dust on us. Dust is just pouring down from the ceiling, and I'm just like, yeah, you guys are getting it with the emojis. So we go back in there, and two of the city councilors go, I gotta get out of here, man. I didn't sign up for this. Hello from Peru. Welcome on in. Sorry, I promise I will play games. I just started ranting. I don't know why. Anyway, I get a call at my desk saying not to start your car. I don't live in this community, so I had to drive home. We didn't have a bus. That was one of the things that I worked to do while I was here, is I got a bus to come. So I jump in my car and I drive away, and I got so lucky. They actually, the message said, do not start any vehicles. It can cause an explosion. There's gas everywhere. Terrifying, absolutely terrifying. The rant is very welcome. I appreciate that. You vividly remember seeing the news that day? Yeah, it was. I have never, like, that day will be etched into my mind until the day I die, because it's just one of those things, and you feel, you can actually see the aftermath in these shots, some of the deconstruction. I still feel for the family of the firefighter that passed away. I met him in a meeting because the fire department, like in a small town like this, all the departments come in and you have meetings with them. So every Wednesday we would get together because of all the development that we had going on. We would get together and talk about the development that was ongoing and coming into town. And then I'd meet with the police and the fire and EMS and parks, and you'd run your projects past them and say, okay, is there anything that we're missing? Is there anything that like, you know, what do you need? EMS, what do you need? Fire, what do you need? Police to be able to serve this development? Do you have concerns about the way that this is going to fit with everything else? So yeah, that was our life. And so I got to meet the guy right before all that happened. And he was a young guy. He's, you know, my age, young family. It's terrible. Like the whole thing. It also destroyed a business across the street, and I got to have a hand in the rebuilding of that. This right here, this pizza shop, was across the street from that, and it got rebuilt with some city assistance, and being able to work with them to incorporate some of the elements of the old building, so you get some of the architectural detailing in this. Hold on. There it is. That sort of emblem was in the original building. Even though this is a brand new structure, we wanted it to be reminiscent of the old one. So same setbacks, you know, street front dining, those sorts of details. So pretty cool. You found a video? Yeah. I can, hold on. I generally don't play a lot of things. Let me, hold on. You guys, hold on. You can look at my face for a second. That didn't work. I don't know what happened there. The lamp wants to make a comeback. That damn lamp. I just can't with you today. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can pull that up. for anyone who is squeamish about stuff like this, I will mute it. But here's what happened. So this is that same street that we were just looking at. This is from the other angle. So City Hall would be back here. No. This is the old City Hall. So this would be the building that exploded. Where I worked is to the left. Basically, first of all, to frame this, they had been tunneling for fiber optics. An outside group came in to do the work here, and they hit a gas pipe. It was known that the gas pipe was hit. They didn't alarm anyone and tell people. So like, we knew that there was something going on downtown, but we didn't exactly know what. We didn't smell gas or anything weird. There was a pilot in this building right here, which was the bar. And it ended up causing this explosion to happen. That whole building exploded. It took out the building next to it, the building across the street. The blast was so extensive that it took out all the glass around it. Yeah, it was insane. So I was 2-ish blocks away, and I felt that it shook the whole building. It was the craziest thing. So that shaped a lot of my time working in this community, along with the wild growth. You know, so it's crazy. It was crazy. So yeah, that is a lot of people have asked for my history. I feel far enough removed now that I can talk about some of it. And this is honestly, I ragged on the school situation. It's a nice little community, and in the downtown, some of these homes, man, like I thought about moving to town because when I first got the job in Sun Prairie, one of these homes, these historic Sears bungalows, they were going for under $200,000. Under $200,000 for one of these. Like these are like my dream homes. And no way at this point, no way. Yeah, a absolute steal. Under $200,000 for one of these. No one wanted to live here. Not in one of these. They wanted a brand new house. Yeah, and at this point, it's any house. I know. The prices went absolutely crazy, but not for a lack of trying on our behalf. If all of the development that I had a hand in seeing through so much, so many neighborhoods, full neighborhoods from start to finish, watching them get built out in a matter of years, and seeing entire transportation networks. I'm gonna talk about one last bummer of a project before I go back to building things. I build nothing tonight. We've just ranted. One of my first weeks, I was taken around town. I looked at a variety of things, and one of the things I looked at was this area right here. And let's go back in time a little bit. We don't even have to go long. This is what it looked like when I started. So there's a substation right here, and then a farm field. This is all wetland though. And the way that you could tell wetland, particularly in Sun Prairie, is you can actually see it from satellite imagery. Wherever it's darker, those are wetlands. And you'd have to do some sort of remediation, some sort of a pond to capture all that stormwater, something. So whenever you see that dark spot, the dark spots in Earth imagery like that, it's generally a wetland is what you're seeing. So anyway, lots of wetlands here. And we had a huge need because of all the impervious of the shopping centers to have a stormwater basin for 100-year floods, which are becoming more like every 10-year floods. So we had this vision of turning this into this beautiful amenity where you could fish and kayak and maybe, a place where you'd want to see a sunset. And building that here, expanding what was there and turning this into a really beautiful custom park, a showpiece for the city. And then a large Michigan-based grocery store came in and said, actually, we've got a plan. And our plan is a gigantic shopping center. And the only way that this can work is if we get a gigantic, if we can shrink up this pond. The pond's too big. And so they came back with some engineering that said, you know, we could do this. We just have to have a pond that's, I believe this is 20 feet deep. And it wraps around the building. And I immediately, it crashed. Skyline's in the background, not crashing. But here's this. Well, hold on. I'll tell you why the grocery store didn't get built. So they go through the entire approvals process. The people come in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I meet with them. They're lovely individuals. They have all these great plans about this. And I am disappointed. I will not lie. I am disappointed. This is not the vision that I necessarily had for this site. It changed a lot of things. This right here, though, is low-income housing, or not 100%, but a significant portion of it is. So to have a grocery store right next to that is kind of the dream, even if you have to have a pond right here, a deep, 20-foot deep, sad pond with a fire lane all the way around it, which is a pedestrian facility. Okay, yeah. Yeah, southwestern Wisconsin resident. Yeah, or southwestern. It does. So anyway, they got an offer for more local funding from another neighboring community, and ended up pulling out of this site. So, unfortunately, the plans were already in place. And the digging had already started for this because they were on a very aggressive schedule. But they still had an out. So they got out of building here, yet we still got the pond. So the pond exists here, and now it's set up for a big box retailer. But there's only a finite number of big box, large format retailers like that exist. And we've got Target, we've got Costco, we've got Cabela's. There's a Walmart right here. They were so far in the process. They had already done a balloon study because they wanted to make sure that on the highway you could see their site. Also, unless you're going to do what Menards did. So this over here is the city of Madison. And I vehemently disagreed with this. They were luring sites out of this Easttown Mall over here and then saying that they created jobs. Well, they don't create jobs by taking Menards and moving it from here to here. That's just robbing from Peter to pay Paul. And Menards, in 30 years, when their funding runs out, they're going to move back over here, because why wouldn't they? There's been a demonstrated record of communities being willing to be pitted against one another, and you don't even have to move that far. Your inventory just goes down the highway. So anyway, yeah, they're all about saving that little bit of money. And they're looking at this in the long term. So yeah, that site ended up moving. I don't even know exactly where. Fitchburg, somewhere in Fitchburg. But yeah, now there's just that empty lot there. I don't know what's gonna go in there now. I haven't kept up with it. That was super disappointing to see that. The other disappointing thing about this, funny story. This is the last funny story, and then I'll be done. So. Would you ever think that this is a good idea? This. So this right here is what is called a remnant strip. So basically, most of this land was owned by one developer who, two more stories. He owned a bunch of land. And when he was selling off different parcels, the road got built, and he ended up with this little strip of land right here. So with this little strip of land, it was being held for almost nothing, basically $100 a year in taxes. As a developer, he saw it as leverage. He didn't own this land. He wanted it, and he lost. He lost the bidding war. So the guy who got this wanted to develop a shopping center, and the other guy didn't want him to. So as a result, when the plans came up, I took the plans and I said, nope. What I actually need you to do is I need this road to punch into this one. I need it to connect in some way. And this is not, we don't want to maintain this. This is insane. We don't want this. So if this is right in, right out, that's fine. But we don't want this. This is not good. So they're like, well, we'd love to do that. We actually don't want to build this road. We'd like to have more apartments. Unfortunately, we don't own this strip of land, which, by the way, let's measure this real quick. And then I got a lot of things to get to. Oh, this is even a sidewalk. That kills me. This strip of land is 65 feet wide, a little less than that. I talked to the owner of this property. And I said, hey, man, what will it take to get this? This is not useful land for you. You're paying taxes on it. And he said, you will pry that piece of land from my cold, dead hands. I am never going to sell that piece of land because it's more valuable to me to block it from him. And I said, that is insane. So yes, Steel Airship. It's the one time that I ever advocated for eminent domain. I said, this is the time. This is the time. You don't use eminent domain to take someone's land and give it to someone else arbitrarily. But as the city, we do not want to have to rebuild this road. We don't want to have to plow this road. We want more affordable housing. We want to punch this through and have a legible street network. And I got shot down. That was another one of those projects where it was just like so obvious to me. So obvious that this is so stupid. And it's going, you can't fix this. You can't fix this. This right-of-way exists now. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. There's a sidewalk that just ends, and it's marshy wetland that's never going to be improved. And it's just going to exist like that. And he's not going to maintain it because why would he? It's just going to sit there. Hold on. We're not done. We can't. I'm ranting. We're not done. But yeah. So yeah, when he dies, maybe his kids go, you know what? Oh my goodness. I worked on this project too. God. That was a nightmare. The neighborhood hated that one. Anyway, last rant. Don't design, when you're building your cities, don't do this. Don't do this. So this right here is a nightmare. It's an over-engineered mess that's broken. Its level of service F, it fails. So right here, coming off the highway, Biffa would have a field day. We got 2 lanes, we branch off, and we just keep adding lanes. Maybe one more lane is what we need to solve our traffic problems at this interchange. So we'll add a couple lanes right here, we'll add a couple lanes right here, and then coming in here, the same developer with the spite strip, I said, well, we've done some modeling, and if we get rid of this right-hand turn right here, it solves some of the problems. And he said, no, I need that. I can't. He rents out some of these spaces, and it's harder to rent out his spaces if you don't have that direct access because you have to have a certain proximity from the interchange for this to be leasable. So AT&T doesn't want to lease their building if you can't get right in, right out right there. So he started fighting us. And it's like, well, this is a safety concern. We're having tons of accidents right here, and this is an absolute nightmare. You said you want the traffic to be fixed. Well, there are people who are coming in here and this is backing up because there's pedestrian traffic. Someone walks right here, all of a sudden this backs up into the road, and there's people weaving around. And then you get all the Costco traffic, people making left-hand turns to go to Cabela's. It's a nightmare. All of this is like this because he advocated for this road right here. This road was not supposed to exist. This road was not part of DOT plans. And if we go back, this is a DOT road right here, and this is a county road. And if we go back just a little ways, hold on. Well, we go back to 2004. I'm graduating from high school. None of this exists. There it is. This is the way it's supposed to look. So this road is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be eliminated in favor of this movement right here. And then you take all the access from this road. So it dissipates the traffic. It centers it here. And you probably wouldn't get this intensity of uses around here. But he lobbied. And you can see still no plan to have this through here. This road gets removed. That's a right-of-way vacation. And then all of a sudden we start building this thing. Then we start building this crazy road. And then we get Cabela's. And we get Costco. And we get all this activity. And now we get a hotel. First major hotel in the community, convention center. And now it's broken. And there's no way to fix it. There's no way to fix it. The only way to fix it is to minimize movements and to get people up to this intersection where they were supposed to be all along. Looks like a noob city. Yeah, someone should really have told the planner they were doing a bad job. This is what happened. Well, it was not lobbyists. This is what happens when you plan a city by a developer. When you let the developer plan everything. This is also what happens, like this highway right here being what it is, like 2004, this road didn't exist. So this is how fast things can change in a community. This road, this terrible strode, when people talk about stroads, this is one of those. This didn't exist. This started being built in 2006. This isn't that long ago. I know that some of you, QZ, probably weren't around for some of what I'm showing you, but I'm telling you that in your lifetime, this stuff has all been built and it will be there for 100 years after. And we are doing bad things now. And the way that you fix it is to advocate for good development. This is not it. This is not it. Developers should not be planning communities. Planners should be. You should be planning your community as a citizen. So yeah. Sorry. I have been ranting. I'm sweating now. Did I know it was going to be this hard when I started working from... No. Madison was way easier. Well, no. Madison wasn't necessarily easier. Madison does some interesting things. So when you look at Madison will actually develop a neighborhood plan and tell the developer, listen, this is what we want. So this neighborhood right here, the city of Madison planned this. They said, this is what we want for our neighborhood. This is our plan. So you build this neighborhood. You don't have to do any of the engineering. We've already done it. We want this path right here. You're going to build it. We want this road right here. You're going to build it. We need a pond right here. You're going to build it. It's going to have an aeration system right here. You're going to build it. If you want to be in Madison and you want to develop in Madison, this is what you're going to do. Unfortunately, one of the hardest conversations that I ever had, I worked on a plan called the Complete Green Streets Plan, where we talked about street typologies and what we wanted streets to look like. So you'd say like, okay, what is your favorite street in the city? What is your favorite street? Like when you think of, close your eyes and think about a good street, high quality street, a street that you want to visit, you want to go to. People would name streets like, if it's like a mixed use corridor, they'd say, I really love Atwood. Atwood is an excellent street. Maybe I'm not in a great part. And this is old imagery. Hold on. Let me get you in a better part of Atwood. I'm not doing it its justice. This is actually a quality spot. This is a phenomenal street. We've got a multi-use path right here. We've got businesses that you can walk to. We've got cars that are slowing down. We restrict parking on certain times of day. It's actually completely restricted. Park is being removed here. Or bi-directional traffic is being, 4-lane traffic used to exist here during certain hours of the day. That's being removed. You got nice mixed-use buildings here. You got diners. You got a mixture of older historic buildings next to theaters, next to churches, next to banks, next to anything you could think of. Next to a factory. There's an ice cream factory right here. Factory, industrial use, right here, right in the middle of this corridor. Everything that you could possibly think of is right in this area. You could never leave this neighborhood if you wanted to. And it's bike sharing, nice bike paths all the way along here. Awesome. This is an awesome place. So I would say, well, what are the characteristics of this street that make it so special? What parts of the street? What is your favorite block in this street? So then people would narrow that down. They would say, well, you know, my favorite block in this street is right here. This is my favorite block. In this block, we've got a mixture of historic homes and thrift shops and restaurants. Everything's tight, so cars have to slow down. There's a lot of pedestrian activity. There's a lot of stuff going on. So then I look at this street and I say, well, all right, let's recreate this street. We don't have to, this street, we know that this street works. So let's recreate the cross section here. So you go to Street Mix and you make the street. And I went through and I measured all these streets and I say, okay, this is our neighborhood mixed use street. I made it in Street Mix. We're going to do that. That's going to be our, and they go, it doesn't work. Listen, the reason why this street doesn't work is snow storage. We can't do this. Yeah, Street Mix, I love Street Mix. So how long have you been in this Google? Listen, I don't even know if we're going to play games tonight. It's easy to wander into these businesses down here. Yeah, but they say, well, here's all the problems. The terrace is not the correct width. If we want to have mature trees that are of a substantial size, this right here is 3.5 to 4 feet. We need at least 6 feet. The sidewalk is substandard. We would really prefer to have a 6 foot wide sidewalk. 5 minimum. This is 4.5. That's not going to work. We also don't have enough separation in between the road and the road and the sidewalk in certain locations. All of this is just substandard, and the lanes are too narrow. We don't build lanes this narrow anymore. We know that lanes have to be more wide. More wide, better, much better, apparently. We also want to preserve right of way for future expansion. So all of a sudden, okay. So let's okay, guys. We're gonna continue to play some games. But the game we're gonna play is Street Mix. I'm sorry. Tree section is something that many cities fail at. They tend to, yeah, they do. So, okay, so here's let's play this game. So let's say I want to say it's something like 8.5 there. It's narrow. It's narrow. It means that you can't go fast. You just can't. Actually, maybe it was 9 because you can run a bus down there. It's uncomfortable. Hold on. Maybe it's 10. Let's double check. Let's double check. Let's do this right. It's 9. 9.5. We'll go 9.5. So then we'll get 9.5 for the parking. So 9.5, 9.5. We'll go 9.5 for the parking. There's no bike lane. Then we've got this. The street trees, we'll say that's 4. Sidewalk, we'll say it's substandard at 5. And 5 here. Remove that. And now we have what could be a 60-foot wide right of way. We could even say Let's see. There we go. We're a little bit over somewhere. Oh, it's because of this. It's because of this. Okay. We actually have more space than we need. We can give that to the terrace. We'll say the tree gets... Got an extra half. Oh, right there. There. Balanced it. 60 foot right away. So this is a quality street. This is a quality street, in my opinion. This is a quality street. So let's name this Quality Street. So let's also build the streets that were being proposed. So here's the other street. Well, we've got to have at least, we want to get to 35 miles per hour. So we need 12 feet here. Well, this can't be parking. We got to have more vehicular throughput. So we'll do another 12-foot lane right here. We'll do another 12-foot lane right here. We also, that's a turn lane. That's good because I actually need the turn lane. We have to have a turn lane. Or a median, one of the two. I don't really care. Then we'll get another drive lane right here. And then we've got to have enough space for the tree. So we'll give the tree 6 and 6 more right here. And then we got 6-foot sidewalks. And then we need to preserve right-of-way. So let's also... where is it? We'll do this. We're actually going to have trees there. But we'll give ourselves a couple more feet. So there we go. We're 32 feet over. This is 92 feet of right-of-way to make this work. Oh, and by the way, just for good measure, there, that's what we now get. And we can even take it to the next level if we wanted to and add one of these and preserve, just in case we need an extra travel lane, we'll get another 12 feet right there. So this was the sort of thing that even in the new neighborhoods, I would fight against. And I would go, what the hell are you doing? Like, don't tell me that you want to build an urban city and then propose this. Yeah, like, this is not the same street. And I don't care if you put this right here. This is not the same street as this one. This feels intimate. This is a street you can walk on. Yeah, this is a Strode. This is a high throughput thoroughfare. I had this proposed. Oh my God. At one point, I had someone say, you know what? That's just not safe for cyclists. So we also need to accommodate cyclists. We'll do this. And then someone said, well, some cyclists are confident, so they actually want to be on the road. So why don't we also do this? So we'll give them a 6-foot bike lane. We can't do buffering. Can't do that. So whoops, what am I doing? So we'll give them 6 feet right there. And then we could do parking on one side. You just never know. And now all of a sudden, we get 130 feet right here. Like this is ballooned into a monstrosity. What is this? This is legitimately a cross section that was proposed. Hold on. So as I said, what are your favorite streets? Remember, that was the favorite street. This was the section that was proposed for right here. This will be built. This will be built. This road will turn into something, and it will happen soon. It has a lot of traffic. There's already development occurring upon this road. It looks rural right now. It's all planned out for development. There's plans up and down this road. And the real question, and actually, hold on. Let me even show you. You can see it. It's like they're already thinking about it. It's like, oh my goodness, we can make this happen, friends. We can get all the width. You can actually see the sidewalks set way back there because they're like, we got to have some space for this big old road that we're planning right here. It's going to be amazing. We're gonna have the biggest road that we can put here. We don't care what kind of road this is. It's going to be big. And it's supposed to be not right here, but further up. It's supposed to be a mixed use corridor with lots of businesses. And you can kind of see those sorts of things developing along the corridor where there are some nodes of activity. And this is supposed to be a major node of activity right here. But yeah, why are we building these roads when we should be building these? So Madison had a different flavor of frustrating. That was a very frustrating conversation to have. But at the same time that you're having those conversations in Madison, Madison is also building. I don't know if this is gonna show because it's so new. Oh yeah, it's too new. They're building bike bridges across highways to link up neighborhoods that have never had the opportunity to be connected by bicycling facilities. And they are doing these sorts of things, applying for grants. And that was part of what I got to do as well. So like working on getting stuff like this planned at the same time you get defeated by other stuff. Like, it's different. Like they're different types of places. They all have their own struggles. I had some huge wins in Madison, huge wins. Linking up trails that you just never thought would be linked up, and working with the railroad to do it, and Madison just being like, just get it done. Like, just don't worry about it. There's a lot of big projects that go on. So yeah, good and bad. But yeah, that wide road will get built. I lost that battle. Hold on. I missed the pinned comment. Working with the railroad, yeah, they were good. They weren't bad. They weren't terrible. I have missed all the activity, guys, and I apologize. I don't think I've ranted like that at all during the stream, and I not live all day. I actually have to be a reasonable dad and go to bed at a normal time because my daughter has a piano recital in the morning. So you enjoyed it. Well, I'll tell more planning stories. I'll sprinkle more in. I got a lot of them. I don't want to give them all away in one day. You're here for the tea? I'm at the point where I'm good with it. Hold up. Got a $20 super chat from the Department of Newsmatics from my sister city in Madison, Alabama. On behalf of the SEC, football-loving Alabamans, take back this cold weather. We don't need help with the ice part of our sweet tea. Please take it back. Love you, bro. Listen. It's been really cold here. But we've had no precipitation. So we have like nothing on the ground. A dusting. I'm sorry about all of the cold weather, and I hope that you guys are okay. I know ice is way worse than snow. So it sucks. Cold down south. It is. You guys are suffering. At least I'm used to it. I don't like it, but it was 15 degrees today, and heat wave, man. We were super pumped. Blame Canada. I blame Canada for nothing. We've done enough to torment them. 16 inches of snow in Cincinnati. Has helps. Thank you for 14 months. Well, it's 14 months. My followage is better flex though. Hope you and the fam are doing well this winter. Cheers to better days in the new with the new devs in CS2. Always grateful for my always grateful. You're the Illuminati minder. Has. Also, P.S. How much channel points to redeem face-to-face office visit? I could actually do something at the new office at some point. Maybe at some point I'll do something at the new office for locals. Having some really cool stuff done there. And I would someday I will have a need to have one person with me. So there will be an opportunity at some point in the future. Too far away. 120, 150. Listen. First Necron, if you are ever around, I wanted to see you at TwitchCon. If you are ever around, you will always have an open door. Always. Always. Whaleland. I mean, the thing I'm figuring out now is conduit. Servers, I got the internet. The internet situation's real screwy. I'll talk about that in a second while I build something. Let me go through the activity and then we'll do that. Skedaddle, thank you for the biddies. Mr. Zombie Souffle, thank you for the 2 months of Prime. You're here for the rants. I appreciate you. Xavier, thank you for the 21 months of Prime. Evil Doctor Pork Chop, thank you for the 10 months of Tier 1. Back from work, 1 hour meal break, and you saw me build nothing. Sorry. Lane Gandy, thank you for 22 months. This should be an entire series. You love City Planner rants. What I would like to find, there's a bunch of stuff. What I think I'd like to have someday is someone who works with me, who goes through the streams and turns stuff like that into interesting content that could be released as a video. I would have to plan it a bit more, but that's what my hope is at some point, to find someone who can do that. But I think I would have to have them work with me directly. So we'll see. You've been contacting me, but I want someone with me. That's the big thing. I think side by side, I work best in that collaboration. So if you could be side by side, but you gotta enjoy cold weather. You want me to go to bed for us, Morrissey? I still have a second beer. I gotta finish this one first though. You'll say it again. You ready to move? You want to move to Madison? I trust you. You can never do the cold. Not that bad. It's not that bad. It's entirely not that bad. Listen, how many Canadians are there? 40 million? Am I off? Hold on. You love the cold. 41 million Canadians. If 41 million Canadians minus British Columbia can exist in cold weather, it's not that bad. It's all I'm saying. It's not that bad. The cold isn't bad at all. It's just all the work. Yeah. We don't get that. We don't get as much snow as some other places. Are they there by choice? You always got choices in life. The question is if you have the gumption to do what it takes to change it, which could be very painful. And depending on the time of your life, it could be almost impossible. John, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you, buddy. Evil Dr. Pork Chop again. Thank you. Sorry for ruining your lunch break. Popcorn, thank you for 23 months of tier 1. Back from a week-long planning workshop just to fire up more planning. It's a living. Popcorn, I apologize if I was not giving you the space from your job. I definitely just kind of trauma dumped. I apologize. Skedaddle, thank you again for the biddies. Speaking of my career, you just finished your first week back in the field of city planning as an associate planner. You owe your my first check to me for getting you back into it, and to the community for helping getting you here. Here's to the coming years, happily permitting infill housing in your small town. Skedaddle, hey, can we all hold on? You consider this your application? There is a job board there's a job board in the Discord. That's probably where I'll post it. I'll post it in other places too. I'll make it when I do. I'll make it very, 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 very open. Guys, can we all give Skedaddle a huge congrats? That's awesome. Congrats back in the field of urban planning. That is awesome. It's like, seriously. Congratulations and nice work. Nice work. To you. So thank you for the prime as well, Skedaddle. Bungo Man, thank you for the prime. Not Rock Lobster, thank you for the 1 year of tier 2. 10 out of 10 would watch a stream where all I do is rant about infrastructure. Thank you. Astro, 24 months, dude. Thank you so much for 2 years. Heyo, friends. Heyo. I'm one who knocks. Thank you for 19 months. Is it safe to say you don't drink at the summit, that I don't bank at the Summit Credit Union? No, I do not. I refuse. I do not bank at the Summit Credit Union. Not only that, just a little rant. They were very rude to me when I went to I looked to get a mortgage there. Not at that one. A different branch. They were rude to me. Not a fan of Summit. I'm sure they're fine. I'm still salty about the stolen architecture, and I will always be salty about that. Man Boy Friday. Thank you for the tier 1. I don't want to be here. Thank you for the 3 months of tier 1. Lenny, thank you again for the 2 gifted mugs. Super generous of you. Jay Whistle, thank you for 9 months of prime. King Jr. I'm gonna say it's probably King. Thank you for the tier 1. Lady, thank you for the biddies. Or Lucky, rather. Thank you for the biddies. Thanks for the tutorial on the game and the YouTube relaxation. Oh, appreciate that. L Dub, thank you for 15 months. Dames Point Bridge in Jacksonville, Florida is a huge suspension bridge in your hometown, since we're talking about bridges. Oh my goodness, I'm so far behind. I apologize for being so late on that. Runnis, thank you so much for the super chat. Too many bikes in your city. Is there a way to lower? In the game, delete parking. Delete bike parking. Panda Sauce, thank you for the biddies. King JRZJ. All right, King JRZJ. I got very distracted. Okay. Summit is one of your old clients for marketing. Their marketing folks weren't the most fun to work with. You know, I feel like I know some people who have banked there and they've had a fine experience, and I'm probably just bitter because of that building. But yeah, bitter. You're back. Golden Star, welcome back. I finished the British beer. I blame the British for this. The beer got me talking. It was very good. I would highly recommend the Trooper by Iron Maiden. Delicious. Absolutely fantastic beer. You haven't been able to be on Twitch for a while. Is Coos Bay based on the city of Oregon? It is. Poplar Ponderosa put this map together, and it is awesome. When you start out over here, and it's just very thoughtful. We were supposed to be building a trailer park. Then I upgraded part of a highway. And then I plopped a target, or I looked at a target. Then I deleted that. Then I started ranting. I apologize. I don't know what we got. One trailer. That's right. My aunt's trailer. It was basically like this, and then there'd be like another one. Like this. We're going to build 2 trailers tonight, guys. That's it. That's all we're doing. That's it. Oh, hey, we're playing a game. Hey, guys. Have you ever heard of this game called City Skylines? This is the second one. It's not bad. It's a game where you get to build a virtual city if you're into that sort of thing. And there are assets that you can download. I just found it. It's okay. It's an all right game. So that's what I figured we would do for just a little while. I was going to rant for hours on end. But I figure maybe you guys, it's Friday night, you just want to take it down a notch and relax. So we're game instead. Needs more Japanese mixed use. It really does. Disc-rated. Wait, we're not playing Google Earth Rants. No, Disc-rated. That was the game plan. That was the game plan. Gaming is for nerds. Good luck for you guys. Good news for you guys. I'm also a nerd. This is the one that Paradox forced Colossal to sell. They didn't force Colossal to sell anything. I don't think Colossal. So it's funny you say that. So I was looking at Reddit today, and that was a topic of conversation is why would, is Colossal Order getting revenue from this game? And why did Paradox steal it from them? I don't think they stole it from them. It was their IP. They were developing it for them. Very uncomfortable relationship, I would say. Imagine having one of your biggest IPs really kind of being known for the developer. I mean, that's got to be tough. And being the developer and having your biggest game be one that you don't own. I think it sucks. It's got to suck for all parties involved. I'm very curious to see what happens with Colossal Order after all of this. I hope nothing for the best for them, because I did meet them and they were awesome. I really liked the folks that I met. They seemed very, very nice. But yeah, not a new rant. I won't rant. When's the next Laguna Beach coming out? Did I add those assets in? We're not done looking at assets. You thought we were going to accomplish something. Hold on. Oh, dang it, Planter Duck, you did it to me. I gotta place it. Hold on, we're gonna save this. We've done nothing. I don't even know why I'm saving this. Does it even matter? I guess we've gained money. Stream. Okay, we got so much done in the last stream that this stream we're getting nothing done. We're getting 2 trailers, and maybe I'll add a park for them. But we need some money. Because we got some money to spend. We got some stuff to look at. I forgot all about these. So we're gonna need that and that. So I don't know if it was Duck that had this commissioned, but this is the Ventura, California City Hall. Mac Welshman put this together. My God. I just got to tell you, man. This has to be in Laguna Beach. This has to be in Laguna Beach. This is a masterpiece. This is a work of art. Like, Mac is very talented. Very talented. And I feel like, the conversion assets are something, but the brand new assets, jeez. Jesus, like this is. Hold on, hold on. We gotta fully appreciate this. You can see the plaza right out front. Like, I think so. Segunda Beach. I said I'm holding back on the everyday videos. One of the videos that's going to be coming up next is going to be Segunda Beach. There's a decent chance I just do a video where I place this asset and build a nice area around it, because this is the kind of asset that demands a certain amount of respect and attention, and the only way that you can do that is to really spend a lot of time giving it what it deserves. So yeah, that's probably what I'll do. On Segunda Beach Boulevard, I think it'll probably be close to where the existing City Hall is. Wouldn't be too far away. Let's see, are there upgrades to this? There are not. That's fine. But this isn't all that he's done. He did something that I haven't seen this yet. I haven't seen this yet, but I think that there's a chance that this is even more impressive. So this is the University of San Diego. University of California, San Diego. Oh my goodness. Oh, you want the links? I'm not in my new space yet. No. The new space is going to take a while. I am working on a video. It'll go on the second channel, but it will feature the main channel. And it talks about how I got into the new space, why. Like my mortgage is a little bit more than my rent, not a lot more. It's going to talk about like all of the particulars of why I'm doing it. It's not in there yet. Oh my goodness. Mac Welshman put together. He put together a college's DLC. Jesus Christ. This is awesome. He put together campus DLC. So I've got to replace the college, right? Do I CB commission this one? College builder built it? I mean, that would make sense. That would make sense. So this is why, like, is there a story reason to do this in Segunda Beach? Nope. Zero. School of Law, School of Arts, School of Science, the Student Union, and then dorms. Can I place multiple of these? Oh my God. It's so cool. This is so cool. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. We're trying to help people get out of the trailer park and into the college. That's why we put this here. Or we want it to loom over them, or this is college housing. One of the two. Yeah, whatever you want to take. Change my pants? I'm going to need to after this. This is insane. God. Dang. I feel like I should have been looking at these with the British beer. I screwed up. It is college housing. It doesn't. Well, yeah. Where are the frat houses? I'm gonna need someone else to commission those. God. What a. So cool. So cool. So. You want to know, so I have Medora working on 2 characters right now. That they need some time to work on them. Hold on. I don't know that this is going to work right. I'll spill some tea since we have to hop out anyway. This is all hypothetical nonsense, and it's not going to actually be like this. So don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. It's just nonsense. Part of it is. As a planner, do I know how university towns are born? As a planner? Yeah. Cities fight to get universities. Fight. It's an economic driver. It's guaranteed growth. So they fight for them. One of the cities I grew up in lost out to the city that I went to college in. They fought for a university, and it changed the outcome of the cities. I'm gonna pause this. So this just so you know, this is me just playing around. But am I doing more in Saguna Beach? What I think I'm gonna do, and it's not gonna necessarily be this, but I really want to bring Saguna Beach across the water, and have it be on both sides of the water, and make it. I want it to feel like a big city. That's always been the goal in Saguna Beach. So I don't know exactly how this works, but I've been toying with some ideas. I also want to have a resort style area, so we're likely going to build that, but that doesn't necessarily need to be downtown. We could develop out this way. So yeah. Peace out to all the sand. All the sand's gone. Just unceremoniously deleted it. But in terms of like the city hall, it'll probably go right here. This is where Saguna Beach City Hall is. But let's just, I haven't experimented with this at all. I mean, that is considerably bigger. And if you are not respectful to the asset, you know, like, you just plop it in here and call it a day. But I think that if we really want this to work, we probably have to rethink 4, 5, 8 blocks, like reconsider this entire area and think about how it all flows in together, and how City Hall is both pedestrian friendly and a prominent showpiece and has good angles from different places. You know, like, you'd want to get a nice ocean view. So maybe it bisects 4th Street for some reason or something like that. So yeah, gonna have to knock down more than a few blocks, I think. But at the same time I do that, I feel like we've been taking the population. I guess the population of Saguna Beach is growing, so maybe it's not that big of a deal if we take it back. Gotta simulate the disastrous fire. That is an evil Dr. Porkchop. That's what we need to do. Another fire. or I just say, oh shoot, there was another couple blocks that burned down that we just missed. Shucks. You know a guy for a fire? Chuckles? Definitely wasn't Chuckles, right? And then for the university, hold on. It almost feels, oh, we don't need to get rid of this one. So I didn't go to a UC. I went to a Cal State school. I'm not fancy. I couldn't afford UCLA. I could have gone to UCLA. I should have gone to UCLA, but I didn't think I could. It was in my cards, so I didn't. I went to Cal State Northridge instead, and then I went to Colorado. But we could do both. Oh, I lived next to UCLA for a while. Does that count? UC Davis alum? So if you're a UC Davis alum, you probably think I should just leave the California State University and I should just make UCSB. Although there's UC Santa Barbara already. Yeah, I went to CSUN. I went to CSUN. CSUN's one of 2 accredited undergrad planning programs. I got really lucky, actually. Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, urban planning. So I visited Cal State San Luis Obispo, and I desperately wanted to go there. And then I didn't apply. I desperately wanted to go there, and then I didn't apply. I was like, it's just not... it felt like California was kicking me out at that point. Felt like it was time for me to leave. And then, so for undergrad, I considered landscape architecture at Cal State, Cal Poly Pomona. I actually went out there and I met with some of the professors and the advisors, and I was digging the vibes. And I was just like, you know what? I don't want to do landscape architecture. I'm just not into it. I didn't graduate. I didn't graduate CSUN. I went to CSUN for 2 years, and they needed me to finish. They needed me to finish an internship to finish the planning program. You needed an internship, and it was 2009 at that point. The economy was just tanking. Like tanking. In LA County, the unemployment rate at that point was 13%, 13 or 14. It was like city skylines style unemployment. And I talked to my advisor and I was like, listen, I don't have family here. I can't do it. Like I need to exist, and I need to be able to pay for things. And the only way that I can do that is if I'm working. Because I interviewed and I did a phone interview rather with Pasadena, and it sounded awesome. And I was like, they're like, it's unpaid. I was like, I can't do it. No way. You graduated high school that year? I graduated high school in 2004. I'm old. I turned 40 in 2 weeks. I get gray hairs. I'm over the hill. I'm ancient. You graduated 2010? It was rough work in retail? Oh my God. Yeah. I worked, you were born in 2004. I'm so old. Yeah, I was working retail too. I worked at the Apple store in Glendale for a while. Now listen, I'm old. You were born in 2004. Oh, 2003. Class of 2001. Thank you. I'm class 2004. We went to high school together at least. Yeah, experienced. 2003. You just turned 30? When's my birthday? February 16th. Me and my mother-in-law rocking the same birthday together. Old is 130. 2005 grad. My wife is 2. I feel good about it. Honestly, the best. Here's the thing about getting older that they don't tell you. You just kind of figure things out more, you know, and like, I feel like I'm constantly getting opportunities that I just didn't have before. And it just all comes down to like people trusting you more and you having experience and exposure to things. Being old isn't all bad. Getting older. I'm not old. I don't think I'm ever going to feel truly old. Born in 77, Madison, Wisconsin. You're old? You're not old. Graduated in 85. I was born in 86. So this is not to make you feel old. My dad graduated in 85. So if there are kids born the year I graduated in here, I was one of those kids for you. Time flies. Must be nice to spend money on Valentine's Day and get it back to spend it on my birthday. Oh, joke's on you. You think listen, I told you my mother-in-law and I have the exact same birthday. So I get to spend money on both. Wisconsin's a common property state. I'm married. I bought that gift too. I told my wife I didn't want anything for my birthday. I need nothing. I've got everything I need. And anything that I want, I buy for myself. I don't need anyone to buy anything for me. Mom was born in 85. You were born in 02. Well, my parents had me super young. I've spoken about growing up very, very, very poor. That is directly the result of having very, very young parents. My mom had me when she was 18. My dad was 20. So they were very, they did their best, but they were very, very young when they had me. And that is precisely why I waited a heck of a long time. I did not have kids until I was almost 30 because of that, because it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. And I feel like when you experience that firsthand, you go, I don't want to do that. That was too hard. Your parents are 23 and 21, same boat. Yeah, I mean, there are some definite perks to it. Like my kids, they want to do stuff, and sometimes I'm just tired. And I'm not even as tired as I knew people who had parents that were like in their 40s or 50s. And that's like another level of like, I can't even imagine like having like a really young kid when you're like 50. It's gotta be exhausting. I'm exhausted right now. My parents were young. So that was one of the perks. Your mom was 18, your dad was 19. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, my parents, because they were so young, they still wanted to do young people things. So like, I think this is like a Wisconsin experience, but maybe it's not. Maybe Steve can clue me in. My parents, like my mom was like, I went to Dart League with her. I went to Dart League and she did bar league softball. And those are like formative experiences for me, like going and like doing those things. Definitely a Wisconsin experience. Yeah. But for anybody who doesn't know what bar league softball is, you just like go to a different bar. They get like pitchers of beer and you just like, all the adults drink beer while they're playing softball. And as a kid, my mom would just like give me a bunch of quarters. We never did bowling league. I mean, I would do it right now. I was trying to get a group of people together, but give me a bunch of quarters. I'd go to the arcade in the bar and I'd play video games. And then the other kids that are there, you just sit and you hang out. I don't know. You wait. And then afterwards they drink beer, and my uncle was there and my mom was there. Yeah. So nothing wrong with that. Kids are expensive. They are. They are. You lived with your grandpa for the first 4 years? Oh, me too. My parents got a divorce when I was 4. And after that, so my dad kept the house, which is pretty unusual. My mom didn't want it. And she ended up moving out to my grandpa's house out in the country. So I ended up living, like splitting time between my grandpa's house and the house that I, was born in. So it was a weird experience. But because of that, I ended up not really, like, I felt like I had a weird relationship with my grandpa until I was an adult. When I became an adult, he and I got really close. But like as a kid, I was terrified of him because like he was almost a father figure, and he had this deep booming voice, and he's a military guy, and just one of those guys, like very strict and stern, and had a very, he saw the world in black and white. I mean, he was in the military and he worked at a prison. So I feel like if you have those as your formative experiences, like, and the backbone of who you are as a person, you are going to be very strict. And he was very strict. When you started teaching the middle schoolers, you were so young. You remember having 9/11 Remembrance Day in school, and these kids were all born in 2002? God. I was thinking about that, like how there are like just a ton of kids now who that's not like a formative part of. Like it's a Facebook thing that their boomer parents post. Not even boomers, they're Gen Xers or millennial parents post. And it's like, I remember being in shop class when that happened, sophomore year of high school, and like watching it and it being like then having like grief counselors come in, and like there being people at the school who like had a family member that was like in the World Trade Center, and it's New York City and I'm in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. But even at that, like it's such a big city and such a big building that it touched everyone. There's someone knew someone everywhere. Challenger for you, yeah. That was wild. This year, 9/11 will also be a quarter century ago. The crazy thing is how many things it changed for the worse. Just like now people don't even know. It's just like, I think about that with COVID, like how many things I think have gotten worse. There are a lot of great things that have happened, but a lot of like bad things that I just feel like have just become ingrained in humanity, in the way that we interact with one another, and the suspicion that people have in one another. And I feel for people who that is just the experience that they've had. I've thought about that with my nieces, that like that is the experience that is the politics of the last 10 years have been the politics that they've grown up with. The world that's been created post-COVID is the only world that they really know. And I feel like it's not as, I feel like there's a hopefulness that has been missing. It sucks. I hate it. You were in 10th grade on 9/11? I completely lost that message. Oh, they closed all the blinds in your school because you could see the towers? Oh my God. Pagan Scorpio, did they send you home? That is insane. They turned it on to every TV in the school where I was, and then they sent us home. And then my dad got like there were lines to the gas station, and then my dad got super weird about George Bush. Super weird. The fear was weird, yeah. The weird thing though is like, so people freaked out. It was like COVID style, like freak out, but like next level. So when I say my dad got weird about George Bush, so that day, everyone was like, we're going to war. They've already attacked us. It's going to be on our shores. And my dad, he like filled up, we had all like, he had a small business. He filled up every single vehicle completely to the top with gas. There were lines in my small town of Rhinelander going back like 3 or 4 blocks. There were people filling up all their cars with gas. They emptied all the gas out in town, like insanity. So then my dad, who has never supported a Republican, became a hardcore George Bush guy. Like, and I don't mean like a little hardcore George Bush guy. He'd never really been political that I could remember before that. He donated to George Bush, got one of the pictures of George Bush that like they have at the elementary schools, and put it up in his office, and like got like super patriotic. And I remember like looking at my dad and being like, what in the hell are you doing? Like, I don't understand. But he was like so into what George Bush had to say after 9/11 that he was like, this guy, like, he's like the guy that we need right now. And then we had the Patriot Act and Iraq, and yeah, George Bush was America's president, and Rudy Giuliani was America's mayor after 9/11. It was an insane time. It was an insane time. First thing that people do, hoard gas and toilet paper. Did people hoard gas after toilet paper after 9/11? I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious. It's been a long time. You're pretty sure the school was locked down and you weren't allowed to leave. I mean, that does not surprise me. But what do you do at that point? Like, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Although the Four Seasons was pretty funny. I enjoyed that deeply. Four Seasons landscaping. No toilet paper hoarding. The people kept opening their mail and calling 911. Oh yeah. I forgot God of Radio. The like anthrax was like a thing that people were really worried about at that time. It's a weird time. Like, it was just a very, very weird, challenging time. The only positive I will say that came out of that is I cannot recall another time in my life where the country felt more unified and where it felt like people were just like willing to kind of give each other a pass if they didn't agree on things. And that level of I guess deference for people's opinions and a willingness to like, I don't know, just like not think that everyone that doesn't believe what you believe is wrong to the point that you need to eliminate them or whatever, which is kind of where it feels like people have gone. And it's depressing. Whenever I think about it, I get depressed. I think Wisconsin is a place that it's very, very mixed. You can't step a block without seeing someone that doesn't agree with you. And you're going to be related to people most likely that don't agree with you. So you're going to love someone who you fundamentally don't understand their point of view, but you want the best for them. And you don't understand how it got like this. It's sad. It's very sad. Yeah, it's very strange times. Only unified for certain people in certain areas. Yeah, you're probably right about that. But it did feel like there's a brief moment where there was like a very cohesive feeling. And then they eventually split back into our tribes. Summarizing the urban Midwest. Well, no. What do they say about Madison? It's Madison is how many acres surrounded by reality? 42? Oh, 30 square miles surrounded by reality is what the Wisconsin governor once said. It's updated to 77 now, and it's even larger than that now. So yeah, Madison is definitely different than the places that surround it. It's like that's Wisconsin. You had a friend you known since 12, had to cut off, unfortunately. Sometimes it's too much. One of my very best friends in the world. He and I see nothing. Our beliefs are exactly the opposite. And I find that my friendship with him is one of the most valuable that I have in helping me have empathy, which I feel is sorely lacking, and I can lose it myself. If I feel like if you don't talk to people who believe different things than you do, it's easy to think that they're wrong all the time, that you're always right, and that they're just bad people. And I don't believe that to be the case. They can be wrong, and they're also never going to change their mind if you are unwilling to speak with them. Then again, some people are insufferable a-holes, and then you got to cut them out. I know empathy can only go so far, and there are some things that I can't be empathetic about certain things. If you're a racist, I'm not going to have empathy with you. That's a bridge too far. There's nothing I can do about that. being up that's the thing. Like, because it's hard, I think it's that much more important to work at it. It's 1,000 times more important now than it ever was before. And I think because someone just brought it up, that the bubble ecosystem that we're all in, because the algorithms tailor you to find people who think the exact same way that you do, or the exact opposite. I find on Facebook now, I don't know if you guys are seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. You guys might not be surprised. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of things going on in the US right now. Maybe that's surprising to you. Maybe it's not. If you don't like that, I don't care. That's how I feel. One of the things I get fed to me on Facebook constantly is basically rage articles or rage images from official government accounts, which I find to be the most angering thing I think I've ever seen. Like, seeing an official government account trolling me, it feels like it's very purposeful. It's there to piss me off. And I just have to take a step back and go, you know what? I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know why, but it's not helpful for me to look at this. It's not helpful for me to categorize people and like look at that and think of them in that way because of this stupid thing that I'm seeing. Like, it's not emblematic of a big group of people. You deactivated all your social media and tapped out. If I hadn't have lived in so many different places over my adult life, I probably would do the same thing. But there is that genuine good use of social media, which is like keeping in contact with my friends in California and my friends in Colorado and my friends who have dispersed across the US and beyond. Sucks. You love political CPP. A lot of people don't. And I know that some people are just like, I just don't want to talk about this stuff, or like, I just want a break and it's Friday night. I'm drinking a beer. I apologize. Also, I'm just speaking my truth. It's probably engagement. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I would kill for a social media platform that's Facebook 10 years ago. Unfortunately, I don't think it made money. So you betrayed Tom for Facebook? Listen, have you ever heard the story of Tom from MySpace and what a life that guy has lived? We have not, Tom is living his best life. By the way, real quick, I should delete Facebook. I should. I just love giving Zuckerberg all my information. Look what we got now. We got grass. We got bushes. And the trees that weren't working in the last stream, working great now. Beautiful. You guys don't have these. Yeah, our first friend, Tom, took all of his money. Rupert Murdoch paid him all the money in the world for MySpace. He quickly destroyed it. And Tom's been traveling the world. He became a photographer, and he's been seeing all of the most interesting things in the world and taking pictures of it. He's living the greatest life. Like, I can't imagine. Now, like Google, etc., doesn't have all your data. Everyone's got your data. Everyone's got your data. So I just accept it. Ken Griffey Jr. and the Randy Johnson lifestyle. Yes. And Amazon. Amazon's got something much more valuable than my data, my shopping history. I shop on Amazon more than I should. Oh, the genealogy DNA tests. Yes. Funny thing is, I watched a video recently about a guy who he got busted for murder because one of his family members did a DNA genealogy test, which apparently those companies just like immediately turn it over to the FBI and it gets fed into the federal database. and they matched a relative, and they were able to find out that the guy dated the girl of the person who was murdered because of this test. And it's like wild. So yeah, don't expect privacy if you use those. You deleted social media to focus on starting a nonprofit for veterans and enjoying your 15-month-old daughter. You dread having to jump back onto social media after you launch in March. Well, so here's the thing. Social media for an organization is dramatically different than social media for your personality, your personal social media. You know, like the city planner plays social media. I mean, YouTube is social media. Twitch is social media. And I don't find it to be as damaging, even as my personal YouTube. You know, like my personal YouTube is much worse. So it sucks that you're going to be back on. But I think the bigger temptation there is the more that I'm active on this social media, the more I feel like I should be active on the others. My personal stuff. It's tough. He killed the girl's mother, right? Yeah, you saw that too. Yeah. It was a true crime. YouTube is one of my weaknesses. One of my weaknesses. I like it. I don't like it. That sounds creepy. I find it to be interesting. That's a better way of putting it. Is it worth buying City Skylines 2 if you have the first game? Vainglorious, can I have you start answering that question? That's a tough one. I enjoy it more. I'm also very frustrated a lot. Recently, I've had just a great time. Once you play CS2, CS1 feels old. And if you really love CS1, you're gonna have a tough time going back. And you'll feel very conflicted about that. I feel very conflicted about that. They could legitimately release content for CS1 that I've always wanted, and I think I would struggle to play the game because I just don't enjoy it as much as I used to. So if you're still enjoying CS1 and it still has the content for you and you're enjoying making a city and you don't want to deal with the bugs, I get the impression that these new devs are gonna do it right. Early days. And that could be a facade. Who knows? But you might want to give them some time. I don't know. Copium? It might just be that. Listen, I'm also the worst person in the world to ask that question to. Like, I make videos about the game. Like, I've tried to be a pretty straight shooter. When I'm super frustrated, I will straight up tell you. Also, I'm having a good time now. I also can dedicate the time to get past the frustration. A lot of people do not have the time that I have to get past the frustration. I do. I have the time. Coven, good to see you. Thank you for the super chat. What are the specs of my gaming PC to actually make CS2 run well? You're not going to like what I have to say. I get asked that question. I have a ridiculously overpowered rig. I have about $10,000 worth of RAM. I've got a $5,000 GPU. Apparently at this point, I think my motherboard's worth $5,000 too at this point. So I got a 5090, 96 gigs of RAM, and in this computer, a 7950X3D. I built the most powerful computer that I could at the time. So yeah, but I'm also making videos about this. Will it run on a laptop? It will. I also, hold on. I've got you can't see it. Believe me, when my face disappears, there's my gaming laptop. I have a gaming laptop. This is a Asus ROG with a mobile 4090. Runs perfect on there. 32 gigs of RAM. It's fine. It's wonderful. You don't need my computer. I built my computer because I want to be able to play at 4K and show you high specs. I want to play the very best. I want when I make a video, I make money on the video. I don't know if you guys know, I make money on the videos. And I feel like you guys deserve to see the very highest quality video that I can muster. So whether that's upgrading cameras or upgrading my computer, I will do it. I also enjoy upgrading that stuff. I do. I know. First net grind is crazy, huh? So because of that, I feel like I have an obligation to have the best equipment that I can to have the highest quality videos. You don't need what I have. You don't need, it's way overkill. If you spend what I spent on hardware and build the computer I built, you'll have a great time, and you'll also spend all the money, and you will get diminishing returns at a certain point. You're so happy with all the videos releasing this week? Oh. So, on that note, this has been the most fun I've had making videos in a while. The videos have been super easy to make because I've just stopped caring so much. But then they released a Final Cut update that made my editing, the way that I edit, so easy. So I time everything to the music, and that is really difficult. Good use of AI. I'm going to say good use of AI. They added this AI beat detector to Final Cut. And now when I hit 0 on the numpad, it shows me where all of the beats are. And I can retime everything in like that. It's like immediately. So like it makes the way that I edit super easy. It's amazing. It's amazing. Daily videos when? How many people are here? Okay. There's just like 1,500 of us. Okay. Between us. Between us. The reason why I don't want to do the daily stuff, I got the opportunity to work on a real planning project. And there's the potential that I can bring you guys into it. That's all I'm going to say for now. But if we could do something where you guys build it in the game and then it gets built in the real world, how cool would that be? How cool would that be? So I feel like I have to see that through. And this is kind of one of those things where like, I met the person because I purchased the studio. And it's just this a series of serendipitous events that have precipitated, that have led to this moment. And they have an interest in that, in particularly the YouTube channel. And I think that it could be very interesting. So I want to see that through, and I want to make sure that I'm not overbooked. So I don't know, to keep like, don't spam the comment section with this. Like if you're in the stream right now, this is like one of those things that we'll talk about just here. But the idea is basically that like maybe we have a little competition about it, and we develop some ideas about what this could be, And I don't know what the prize would be if your idea gets adopted, but it could be a thing. It could be like it could be one of the coolest things I think that has happened on the YouTube channel. I think it could be one of the coolest things in gaming, honestly, like that's on YouTube for like a moment in time. So yeah, what's said in the stream stays in the stream. Thank you. So anyway, I bet that is why we're not doing the daily stuff. I need to prepare. Make sure that I'm mentally in the right spot. City planner plans, right? Coven, right? Thank you for the super chat, by the way. On that note, Martin, thank you for becoming a member on YouTube. Stick Bugman, thank you for becoming the 4 months of associate planner. Crazy how empathy has gotten political. I know. Eamon, thank you for the prime. Connor, thank you for the associate planner on YouTube. Daedric, thank you for becoming for the 21 months of prime. That's wild. Kikio Booties, thank you for the biddies. Ever done the multiplayer mods in this game? I've never done the mods, just 5B1C. Which I said I'm not going to do it again, but I might. You never know. Congrats on the opportunity. Well, nothing's final yet. There's a lot of moving parts, and it would take a lot of work. But I feel like that is way more interesting than any daily content that I could make. And the way that it would probably work is I make a map of the actual site. I build the places around there. And then you guys would have to give a very detailed neighborhood design. And then explain it. And then we would judge it. But then it would also be judged by the actual community that's working on it. And then there's actually funding behind it. So we'll see. It's all up in the air. We'll see what happens. We'll see. What's the best historic city builder right now? I haven't played enough to make a judgment. I don't think. What's happening with this trailer park? I've basically recreated where my aunt used to live. The only difference, hold on. So the fun thing about my aunt's trailer. So we'll say that this is my aunt's trailer. She had a burn barrel in the backyard. Because that's as one does. The trailer, I don't have recolor. It was white. Let's see. There's also a pool. And then my cousin Nick and I, we used to go out and we would collect toads. We actually had a little fort that we called we had a fort that we turned into this place. We had all these little buckets where we collect toads. We called it Toads Are Us, and we would play Game Boy in there and collect toads. So we'll say that this is my cousin and my fort. We're inside of there. And then my uncle had a Grand Am. So let's see. Couple more things. His was white. Can I get a white muscle car? I get a black one. Doesn't matter what I want. There it is. That was close enough. So there we go. And this thing never moved. Just always right there. Always perpetually being worked on. And then also a few trucks. Because, as one does. Oh, a van? my aunt's van, and then a couple of trucks. Because, you know, that's as one does. What else does this place need? Swing set. And patio. We're going to use the wooden pier as a... Is it going to float? It will not. Okay. There's the patio. We'll get a swing set, and then we have my aunt's house. I was supposed to look at this stuff tonight. I forgot about that too. We were going to look at all of the boat stuff. I've gotten nothing accomplished, guys. Stuff in the front yard. Well, so we would play football in the front. There was basically nothing, not even any landscaping. It was just like empty. And no garbage because the garbage got burned in the back, in the burn barrel. We'd walk it all back there. There was actually, hold on. It's too big. But there'd be like some, there. We'll call that good. Stuff to get burned. Yeah, feels about right. Feels about right. There's a swing set too, but it's fine. Yeah, you burn all the stuff like that. That's like a formative memory of mine is like walking out to the burn barrel and like burning stuff from Schwann's. Is it possible to make a no-car city? Oh, you should ask Poplar Ponderosa this. It's super possible. All you have to do is sever the outside connections, and you can get, if you have, basically, if you have no car connection, but you have ship, train, boat, anything like that, your whole city will fill up with people, but they won't have cars. And even if you place a car factory, they won't get cars. Cars can only drive in. So if you want a no-car city, that's how you do it. Sever the outside connection by the vehicular connections. It's also the reason why I never made that video. Like, I thought the video was so boring that I'd stop making it. How about a no lawn city? You'd love to see that. I think that's the trailers. We just have all the trailers. A no car city with a car factory. Yeah, because cars are apparently intangible goods. They don't actually do anything. You're back at it. Hey, how's the stream going? Well, mean big. We haven't really accomplished anything today. I upgraded a couple roads. We built a couple of trailers out in the middle of nowhere. We looked at some assets. I ranted a whole bunch. Told a lot more about me, I guess that's a thing. Didn't really do a lot. Sorry, guys. Late night, Phil. So happy to see it. Hope I'm well. I'm good. I'm good. You're gonna crash. I'm gonna be right behind you. I think. I've got to be 8 hours 30 minutes at a piano recital. You learned a lot from those rants. Well, I'm glad. Sim Guy, thank you for becoming a planning director on YouTube. Well, before we do anything, couple of things. I want to take care of the actual issues in the town, and then I want to play one round of GeoGuessr because I did so poorly last time that I can't not try to make up for it. Also, it feels like the sidewalks here were a bad choice. Not because I hate sidewalks, but because it doesn't make sense. This feels more authentic to me. That's better. You should have finished editing a video tonight, but you love my rants. Well, I'm sorry that I held you back. Here's the thing. I finished closing by, God, what was it? 1? And then I decided I'm going to edit the video. So, Red Ginge, I was bad. I was bad. Const, I destroyed you too. I apologize. But yeah, that's what I was doing earlier this afternoon. I was like, I'm gonna finish this. I've got to do it. Otherwise, I won't. I know who I am. Which hospital should we build? Have I heard about the city in Northern California they were planning to build that's supposed to be pedestrian focused, currently known as California Forever? Yeah, I've heard about those. It's okay. If there's anything that I've learned, the self-imposed pressure is good. You care more than anyone else. When you get it out, it'll get out, and it'll be fine. So, California Forever, isn't that like some utopian? If I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's even like a tech. Hold on. I feel like there's something more, like the idea sounds neat. It's walkable. Ah, water was the issue. Water. Wow. Project was kept secret because of speculation. I can take you off the screen. No, mean big. You're on the screen the rest of the night. Sorry about that. Yeah. Will it work though? I don't know. I feel like those sorts of projects, they could work. I don't know. There was one in Arizona. Is it cul-de-sac is what it's called? I'm curious now how that's done. Have you guys heard of a cul-de-sac? Yeah, in Tempe? Tempe? Yeah. Tempe? What? Tempe, I think. I mean, we'll see. I mean, here's the thing. I have mixed emotions. Because on one hand, it's like, I think you end up creating exclusive spaces. On the other, if they're not going to experiment, if you're not going to encourage people to experiment, the same junk that doesn't work will continue to be built because it's easy. It's like the bank from earlier. Why do you build that bank? Well, because you already have the architecture done. All you got to do is take the bank and plop it somewhere else. That's what happens with all single family housing and apartment buildings, the 5/1s. Like, you've already built it. It's been proven to be successful somewhere else. The architecture's already been done, so just move it somewhere else. The way that these places, these new ideas become mainstream is to try it somewhere. So even if I don't necessarily agree with the tactics, it's hard for me not to want them to try, you know? Everybody's slowly becoming walkable play area, especially with the light rail. I mean, that makes a big difference. It takes time. You saw a neighborhood that was half land for cars, the other half for pedestrian only. That happens a lot. There was a place like that when I was in Colorado, in Lakewood, where they built this very pedestrian focused area, very pedestrian oriented, and then there's a gigantic parking lot to serve it. Definitely happens. I'm not gonna go with a big hospital. I'll just go with another small clinic. This is really kind of out of. It doesn't really fit, but that's kind of the point. It's newer. Super Dave, have a good night. I'm going to solve our healthcare problems and our crime problems, and then I'm going to also follow you. I had a good time ranting. I've had a good time on this stream, and I apologize if you're not here for the rants. Also, I enjoyed it, so. Speaking of Utopia, what's the Utopia map for someone who likes to play Cities 1? It's a very personal question. It's hard to say. But what I would more recommend is certain map makers. And in CS1, I think that Eggsy is one of the best. Absolutely love Eggsy's maps, but I'm also very far removed from CS1 at this point. It feels difficult for me to recommend anything because my stuff is so old. I haven't played the game. I haven't played CS1 in earnest in 2 years, which is crazy to think about. Shameless plug for Poplar Ponderosa's CS1 maps. I don't think I ever played on one of your CS1 maps. I should have. If I ever do anything in CS1, I'll do it. Victorious, thank you for the becoming associate member on YouTube. Appreciate you. Valid CS1 poor road tools and horrible performance make it difficult. Yeah. Well, it's not just that. For me, the big thing for me that makes it hard for me to go back is so the lighting and the shadow flickering in this game sucks, and it's frustrating, but it's fractionally as bad as it was in CS1. And I didn't realize it until I could compare them side by side. And it's just like, oh, I don't want to deal with the crappy LUTs in CS1 ever again. Like, they're just really frustrating. CS1 replies a lot more, and mods relies on mods to be functional the way you want. I feel like CS1's a lot more predictable. Like, even though I need a lot more mods in I need a lot of mods in CS2 to be happy as well. My biggest issue with CS2 is that I feel like I don't always understand why things are happening. In CS1, it's a very simple simulation. And you can draw a line between like traffic problem on road, healthcare problem over here. Traffic problem on road, deathcare problem over here. Didn't plop police stations every 4 blocks. Crime wave. And I can't always see that in this game. Like, I don't know why I have a problem. Not without Brucey Boy anyway. Providing the Infoloom help. So, Raid Gray. I tell you what. I'm going to speed this along for a second. You'll admit your favoritism? That's okay. Kiddos are asleep. CPB is streaming on a dream night. Well, I apologize for. I feel like I just ranted for a whole long time, and I also didn't explain how I feel about the German beer versus the UK beer. I think that I drink the Hacker more regularly, but I would drink the Trooper once in a while and thoroughly enjoy it and want to. Chat is my therapy. It's funny. My wife and I had a conversation today, and she said that streaming once a week with this many people, it would be her own personal hell. She's an introvert. I'm an introvert by nature. But she's like, I just couldn't do it. Like, it would be terrible. Like, I would hate it. And I love it. I look forward to this every week. If I don't do it, I feel like I've missed out on something that matters to me. Like, hanging out with you guys on a Friday night or a Friday during the day, it balances me. It's good. Like, it's a good thing. Vainglorious, do it. Vainglorious. If you and I talk and we'll figure it out, I'll blast it out to the Discord. I'll sit in your chat. I'll moderate for you. I'm happy to. It's the only stream you look forward to. We've accomplished nothing though. So here's the thing I feel bad about. We've accomplished literally nothing today. All I've done is drink beer and rant. You basically spent a few hours with an old man ranting about his old colleagues. I'm glad that you're just here for the community. That's why I'm here too. Old man yelling at the clouds. Just ranting about Wisconsin stuff. You'll save your game and fill your glass? Hear, hear. Hear, hear. You rarely see anything happening in the games as you stay locked in on chat? Well, Vainglorious, that's why I appreciate you. That's why I appreciate you. Also, we're not solving our crime problem today. The cops are just chilling. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, wait, hold on. More cop cars. More jail cells, more cop cars. We'll arrest everyone in town, apparently. That'll do the trick. Unfortunately, moving for CS2 hasn't really improved. There's a bold... well, okay. I know I'm jumping in midstream. Yang taking over is a big change. I do wonder if that means the mod's gonna change. He's already implemented some interesting things. We gotta give him some time to cook. I feel like the next little while is gonna be important for the game generally, and I think for modding too. Might get better. Also, I don't know what the context of that was. You'd love to see a stream where I build sections of chat cities? Vainglorious, can we get a poll about that? Do you want to do that? Do you want me to build chat cities? Build a neighborhood in chat cities? I could do that. You want me to just build in your city? You tell me what you want me to build and I'll screw it up. I could do that. City reviews? No, I don't. I have mixed emotions about reviews. I would go around and take a look at the city. Then I just build something random. Gonna be diverse and fun? I agree, it could be. Pull up, rigging's allowed. Well, on that note, hold on. I'm going to let the poll go. We've solved our issues, except for this traffic problem, which I'm gonna solve with the help of Brucey Boy. That's two things. Let's over-engineer this. Here's how we're gonna solve all of our problems. Oh, we don't have large roads. While we're waiting to fill that out or figure that out. Honestly, that's probably good enough. Remove the stoplight. That solves all your problems. Yes. Overwhelmingly won. 77% to 23. You love when a traffic problem gets fixed? Well, this is not realistic. Removing the traffic signal solves all the problems. The better solution, if we were going to have something, hold on, would either be custom phasing. We'll do split phase with a pedestrian phase. That should be good enough to make it work. I am curious though. I guess that it's not gonna matter. It's gonna work just fine. Free for all for the pedestrians. Yeah, like let them through. Let them do their thing. There's a lot of pedestrians using the bridge, which is a failure. It means that we probably should add a pedestrian bridge, but it would be super tall because of the cargo traffic. So I don't know. Does your name mean Giannis to the Warriors? Why are you trying to break my heart? We're gonna have that talk, huh? We're gonna have that talk. Oh, how many people are using the ferries? Hold on. 62. Those 62 people are happy, and we see them walking. Seems like there's probably more. Hold on. Oh, it's actually really good. That is more people are using ferries than anything else. 2,486 per month. The ferry is incredibly important. It's clutch. That's it. Yeah. No, Giannis isn't going to the Warriors. If Giannis goes anywhere, he's going to the Knicks. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. This would be much, I mean, the real question, guys. Where do people want to go more? The train station or the Walmart? If we were to have another ferry stop right at the Walmart, where do people want to go? We've got to know. The world will not be okay without knowing the answer to this question. Who would I like to see come to Milwaukee in his place? Draft picks. The only thing that listen, I will love Giannis Antetokounmpo until the day I die. But also he doomed his stay in Milwaukee by demanding constant improvements and holding the team hostage. If he would have only been patient and accepted some losing, the team wouldn't have gotten rid of all their draft picks and would have been able to form a decent team around him. But they won a championship, so I don't know. My hope is that we get draft picks. He goes to a team that he can win on, and we get draft picks. Win-win for everybody. And I hope that people forgive him. I think that it's going to be hard. Cash considerations. Hey, Phil, you've been living in Tokyo for about 5 years. Curious about my thoughts on it. Never heard my opinion. I have okay. I keep being invited to go to Tokyo. I've got a friend. I'm actually going to hang out with this friend tomorrow in Stevens Point. going to hang out with him. He's been asking me to go to Tokyo with him. He goes every year. He says Tokyo is the greatest city in the world, and it's his happy place. He goes every single year. And he says I need to go, and I have declined. Another friend in the Skylines community invited me to go as well, and I declined because of my other friend. It seems like an amazing place that I would very much enjoy. But I have not gone. Hey, from Tokyo? You think I'd be shocked? That's what he said. He said it's his perfect place. I need to come. If I go, it's probably gonna be next year. This year's out, and I've been trying to tell the friend that I love him so much. It's so hard for me to disappoint him, but I just can't. I can't right now. I spent a lot of money today, guys. I spent a lot of money today. I probably should not spend all the money all the time. I've got to have some fiscal restraint. So yeah. You'd sooner train Dave than move to Seattle, though? I missed something there, but I would move to Seattle. That was a cool city. Okay. There. We've accomplished something today, guys. We built a trailer park, and we have built a ferry to Walmart. Don't say this stream has been useless, because it hasn't been. Yeah. Stream's basically over. And we now have Maxine, who I assume is going to Walmart. You're thinking about moving to Portland or Seattle? Which city has a better layout? I don't think you can't compare them in that way. I think the real question is, what size of a city do you want to live in? It's comparing apples to oranges. Seattle is a monster-sized city in comparison to Portland. So, in terms of layout, they're going to be different as a result. I've not been to Vancouver, BC, but I have many reasons to go. And I want to go. That's the other thing. I think if I'm going to go somewhere, I'd rather go to Canada than Tokyo. No offense to anyone living in Tokyo. It's just easier. And I know people there that I should go visit. And I want to go. BC's beautiful? Yes. But on that note, I'll probably end up going to Tokyo first. Anyway. Okay, here we go. I think I'm going to save it. I spent longer streaming than I should. I think... I'm going to upload this. We'll do one round of GeoGuessr, and then we'll call it a night. 1 second while I share this. There we go. Nope, not gonna work. Not a local save. I hope they fix that bug soon. You guys will get it later. Yeah, one round of GeoGuessr. Give me 1 second. Stare at my face. I'll get it ready. I will get it ready. And for all of you, thank you for hanging out. And I because of the things that have happened today, I've had less planned for stream than normal. So thank you for dealing with that and letting me rant. That was fun for me. If you want to join in, we'll play one round of World GeoGuessr. We'll see if Vainglorious can beat me. That happens. Most of the time. If you've never played GeoGuessr, totally free to play for you. I have a subscription, so just jump on in. Wait, what was the outcome of the vote? It was overwhelmingly yes. So I'll need to figure out how to do that. Basically, how to select a city. But yeah, I think we should do that. It'll be fun. Therapy is important. I agree. I appreciate you guys. Who places higher? Prediction created. Vainglorious. You have not had 2 beers, have you? That's a disadvantage for me. 2 beers and ranting. What's the code? Nice to see a real streamer just be real. I appreciate that. I'm just hanging out. Appreciate that. Sometimes it's nice to just, I mean, that's the nice thing about streams versus a video. Like, video, you'll always get, it's predictable. You'll get a good quality video experience. A stream, sometimes we just talk. People believe, I don't know why they believe in me. They're waiting until the last, oh wait, is the poll done? Oh, wow. You guys wasted your channel points tonight. Hip2, thank you for the prime. And Alex, thank you for becoming a member. Let's do it. Visiting Seattle in July for the first time, hoping to get a World Cup ticket. Or yeah. Let's see what happens with that. I don't know where we are, but it looks nice. Feel like we're in Germany, or is it Austria? The street's too narrow for Madison. This honestly looks like an amazing place to live. Looks like a very walkable. It's Germany. Where in Germany are we? I see. So this has a trolley buses too. I think, or is this just that just lighting? That's interesting. You're getting snow in North Carolina. Well, hopefully you guys have hopefully you guys can deal with that well. Enjoy. Going to Berlin. Choose the biggest city. It's Austria. Dang it. Austria looks nice. Very nice. Never seen streetlights on like that? Yeah, it's very unique. Oh, that kills me. Vainglorious #1. Is this California? Nope. Well, unless there's well, no. Sports club, 5 kilometers, PKs, park system, family friendly. It's all in English. Australia? Are we in Australia? I feel like this has to be Australia. And it's an Australian friendly time. A Kiwi friendly time? Or was this Australia or are we in This looks left side driving. This looks so much like Southern California. Sure enough, left side drive. Okay. Those are gum trees. Are those around Perth? This is not the right truth. Oh, I almost switched. Australia's so big. Well, at least that dropped Vainglorious. I am not doing well, guys. Yeah, that's a big drop for you. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I'm not going to help my cause, so I'll root against you. Although I feel like we've done this the most, so like we need to do better than that. This is also in English with kilometers. Make a move with us. Morning, Bucharest. Hopefully all's well there. You only live 3 miles or 3 hours from there? From the last place or this one?
Yeah.
I need help with this one. Oh, coastal Bucharest. Sounds nice. Hopefully all is well. Hopefully all is warmer than all of North America. GeoGuessr is how we wrap things up. We're doing one round, and this was a stream.
Yeah.
Barbados. Okay. It was Bermuda, but that was not at all close. Oh, this is rough. This is rough. I moved up. It's a great stream. First neck round. I appreciate you, man. Always. That one killed you? I feel like the good part of that, I wasn't that close, is that most other people were further. Sometimes you need that. This looks super familiar. We've been here. We've been here. Oh, I'm going to screw this up. LU. Okay, I think I know what this is. But I know where it is. You love these chill streams, Gavin? That's what we do. Most of the time. The last stream was stressful. The one before that, we got a lot done. And this one, I did it. It's exactly where I thought we were. All right. And it's so small. Yeah, I thought it was Luxembourg. Oh, that feels so good. Feels so good. My wife's grandma's Luxembourgy. There we go. Luxembourg. So glad you found my channel. Applied to college for urban planning. Hey, congratulations. Hopefully you get into exactly where you want to go. Got Lithuania. Well, wait, Vainglorious, did you stick with that? I hope you stuck with that. You didn't pick Luxembourg. The moment I saw LU and the mountains, I thought Luxembourg. I don't often get the context clues like that, but sometimes. You thought Lithuania? That's very helpful. I jumped 20 spaces. Or maybe it's 10? I don't know. You need a redemption round? Oh, I can't tonight. Although I would love to. Oh, this is beautiful. It opened up into this hibiscus point. I'd like to visit this place. Wouldn't want to drive here, but it stresses me out when I see you guys locking in this early. You wake up to 3 continuous YouTube ads. This is not going to be right. Oh, brutal. Oh, that one hurt. I can't believe I even got 15 points. I wasn't last. Polyp, good game. Lenny, good game. Good to see you there, buddy. Minnesota Salad, good game. DB the Superstar. You are a superstar. Good game. L Garrett, good game. Or I Garrett, good game. Alf, good game. God of Radio, good game. Guys, killed it. And also, Vainglorious. Did you beat me? Vainglorious? To everyone who wasted channel points on me, I apologize. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. Yeah. Enjoy recital. I'm going to. Guys, I've got to cut loose. Thank you for hanging out. It's always an absolute joy. Appreciate you guys. I'm such a pro streamer that I never did this. There's the background light. Maybe that's why the light was focusing on that before, but you know. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for it was bonkers. You were here for it. I know. Thank you. YouTube, we're gonna cut you loose. Who should we raid? Twitch. Who should we raid? Can we give hearts to YouTube before we cut them loose? Thank you guys for being here. Thank you all for being here. Have a good night. And enjoy the recital. Thank you. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna enjoy the recital, and then I'm immediately driving north with some friends to drink a whole bunch of beer. So it'll be a good day. It's gonna be good. Oh, the pesky YouTubers will be gone in a second. We love our YouTuber friends. Bye, YouTube. They're still here. Bye. All right. Now they're gone. Kind of.